You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the CSU Pueblo Thunder Bowl for Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference football action. Black Hills State in town today to take on the Thunderwolves. Expect a good one here. Weather cooperating. The sun is out. Gone are the storm clouds that invaded Pueblo overnight and into the early morning here. Seems like we're going to have a perfect day here, Joe, as it's turning out.
Well, if it's not perfect, it's going to be near perfect. Those are the two words you'll hear tossed around CSU Pueblo's football program. Near perfect performance, near perfect weather. Today they want a near perfect victory.
And Black Hills State comes to town. They have 3 losses, but you look at their season so far, their 3 losses have been against 3 real quality opponents. And so, in other words, Phil Vigil wants you to make sure you throw the records out the window. You take a look at who they've lost to. Of course, their 3 losses. St. Thomas of Minnesota, that's a Division 1A team, however you want to call it, the Football Bowl Series team. Then also a loss last week at Western Colorado. We all know how good Western Colorado is. And a couple weeks ago, they lost at Mines. Now, the score is not that competitive. 35-14 last week, 52-24 a couple weeks ago against Mines. But Phil doesn't want to hear any of that, Joe. He thinks this is a very quality opponent that Thunderwolves going to have to take on today.
Well, as far as CSU Pueblo is concerned, this is the greatest team they'll ever face this week. If you listen to Phil Vigil talk, he never gets off message that you do not disrespect your opponent just by looking at their records. This is a quality team. They're strong up front, and any team that's strong up front on both sides of the ball has a chance, and he knows that, and his players know that.
Yeah, that's where this game's going to be won and lost. You heard it say in the trenches. Well, that really is the case today. Black Hills State, they like to run the football, and they're not just going to sit there and mash on you. They're going to try to they do a lot of pulling, a lot of sweeps. Their linemen are not only big and strong, but they're very athletic, so they like to get out on the edge and try to cause mismatches there. Defensively up front, that might be the strength of their ball club. They're very good across the defensive front. The back end of their defense, that's where the Thunderwolves look to exploit. So that means they got to run the football a little bit, get some protection, and hit them over the top.
Yeah, you just look and see if CSU Pueblo's offensive line, a unit that's played now together for almost 2 full seasons as a unit, if they can get some penetration and some press and get the running game going, then it's going to be a great day for CSU Pueblo. But if they struggle moving against that defensive front from Black Hills, it's going to pose some challenges. And you look at CSU Pueblo's defense, they rotate in 50 guys a game, and that'll keep them fresh. But this is a pin and pull Black Hills State University offense. They snap the ball, and somebody's going to pin and somebody's going to pull.
For the Thunderwolves, they've made the change at quarterback. Roman Fuller is going to get the start. He started the second half last week, threw 3 touchdown passes against Fort Lewis, and they've decided he's the guy. They've made the change. That doesn't mean Devin Larson isn't going to play. He's going to play the 3rd series and maybe a couple other series during the football game. But as far as starters go, Roman Fuller has taken the job.
Yeah, how good are you as a backup when you're replacing one of the nation's leading passers? That's how good Roman Fuller is. He got to campus late. He's a transfer from the University of Tulsa, so he didn't have a spring with the team. He gets to campus, kind of struggles a little bit to pick up the offense, and it takes him a little while to get his feet under him. Well, we're deep into it now, so either you know it or you don't. And we saw by the second half last week, he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's the guy. It's just a little difference the way he throws certain passes. Larson still maybe a better deep ball thrower, but when you need to squeeze it in 15 yards down the sideline, Roman Fuller's your guy, or a crosser across the middle.
Yeah, University of Tulsa transfer, and he gets the ball to you quickly. So if you're the number 1 target or number 2 target in a route, you better be ready because the ball will get on you quick.
All right, we're going to get Phil Vigil's thoughts. That all comes your way next. It's all part of the Thunderwolves pregame show right here on Fox Sports Pueblo.
And welcome back to the Thunderwolves pregame show. And joining me now, Coach Phil Vigil. And Phil, a little bit of a struggle last week, but once the team faced a little adversity, I thought in the second half played quite well.
Yeah, I was really proud of how they responded on Saturday. Obviously we didn't play up to our standard in the first half, and credit to Fort Lewis. I thought they did some really good things to capitalize on our mistakes, but we responded, and that's the most important thing. We came out in the second half, we got back to doing what we do, and we're able to put away that team.
Well, even the second half came out got to, get a big run, get a stop, get a sack, get another touchdown. Then they scored again, though. Made it interesting when they got within 6, but again, the team responded.
Yeah, and again, we got to do a better job of taking care of the football. That I don't think they score again if we don't turn the ball over. And we got to do a better job on the offensive side of protecting the football. And but again, credit to Fort Lewis, credit to their kids. They believed and they battled all game long, and really wasn't until the fourth quarter where we put that game away. So.
One of the big things that came out of the ball game made a change at quarterback, and it looks like that's going to be the start of this week with Roman.
Yeah, Roman's going to start the game for us today. He's been playing at a very high level, and Devin is still going to play. He's going to get in on our third series today, and really we're going to kind of go with the hot hand. And so whoever's giving us the best opportunity to win the football game, we're gonna go with that person. It's a nice luxury to have. You've got 2 guys, 3 guys. Stevie's even going to play some today. That are going to be able to put us in a position to play at a very high level. So. It's that competition. I guess it's still going on, But for us as coaches, it's about the pack and who gives us the best opportunity to win football games.
Crowley's kind of like your Swiss Army knife out there. You can bring him in, he can run the ball. I like the shotgun formation. Everybody's thinking pass, and he just runs quarterback draw.
Yeah, he's done a good job. Coach Brown has done a really good job of utilizing him and some trick play stuff, and then that even opens up some things where we want them to think it's a trick play, and we're just using him to catch the ball and get us the first down. And so it's been fun to be able to utilize Stevie. He's such a great teammate, such a great player, and does so much for the pack, and it's awesome to be able to have him have a role for us this year.
I think your offensive line's realizing we're a pretty good unit. We can lean on some people.
Yeah, they've just gotten better and better and better as the weeks have gone on this season, and there's so much comfort as a head coach knowing that you got 5 guys up front that can really handle the game, and they've done a great job all year long of continuing to get better. Now we're going to have our hands full today. Black Hills State defensive line is very, very good. I think they're probably the second best defensive line we've seen all year long next to Grand Valley. They've got 4 guys up front that are big, that are strong, that are physical, that play with a lot of effort. They're second in rush defense in the conference right now, and so they're going to have their hands full today, but I'll take my guys any day of the week.
Now, with that said, if they're good against the run, you got to hold up and make some plays in the passing game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Really for us, our keys of victory today offensively, we've got to be able to start fast. We've got to be able to stretch the field both horizontally and vertically. We want to get those guys running up front and get them going side to side and wear them out a little bit. And then obviously we've got some playmakers on the edge that we feel really good about. And so we're going to give them some opportunities today to go and show what they can do. And we hope this weather holds off and we're able to do what we need to do.
Well, defensively, you're facing an offense that likes to run the football, but it's not more or less power football. They like to pull, and they like to get out on the edges and cause some mismatches on the edge.
Yeah, they do a great job of finding different ways to run and do what they do. Coach Bresky is a former offensive lineman, former offensive line coach. Where he stands with that. He wants to run the football. And so they're going to find different ways to run their pin and pull scheme. They're going to get their guys out in space and get them running. And whenever you have guys that are pulling, the gaps change, they exchange. And so you got to be really good with your gap discipline, your eye discipline. They do a lot of shifts and motions, which I'm sure we're going to see today, and trying to get mismatches in not only the run game but also in the pass game. And so last year they had a wrinkle that they didn't run against anyone else but us, and so we're expecting something today that they're going to do that they haven't shown on tape, and so we'll see what that is, and we'll adjust and go from there.
One thing they got to have is a little bit of confidence. They put up 37 against you guys last year. It was a kind of a shootout last year.
It really was. It really was. They did a great job on our defense last year, and motioning and shifting and finding ways to get their playmakers the ball. And really, special teams is the thing that won us the game last year. We had a kickoff return for a touchdown against them, and then we also had we recovered a fumbled punt, and so that really turned the tide for us last year. And so again, our guys know. You look at this team and you think, okay, they're 3-3, but the 3 teams they've lost to are really good football teams. They lost to Colorado School of Mines, they lost to Western Colorado, and they lost to an FCS opponent. And so these guys are no slouch. We got to be on our best today, and I believe we're going to be okay.
Well, I guess maybe be too simplistic to say, but it comes down to putting them in 3rd and long, I think, today to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, our defense has done a great job of that all year long. We're top 20 in the country right now defensively on 3rd down percentage, and what that is attributed to is first and second down, being good on first and second down. And so when we get to third down and we can let those guys pin their ears back and go get after the quarterback, they do a pretty good job of that as well. And so we're going to try to be really good on first and second down so we can go win on third.
And the other thing, this is, I guess you could almost call it a trap game in some respects because, man, you can see you got this team here, you got those big 3 games that follow the bye week, but you got to take care of business today. I'm sure you stress that to your ball club.
Oh, absolutely. There's no when it's about your process and it's about a faceless opponent, it's never about them. It keeps you the same. It keeps you consistent. And these guys understand what this team does and how they execute, and that we're going to have to come out and we're going to have to take it. They're not going to give us anything, and we expect everyone's best game. That's just what we get, and so we know we're going to be in for a fight today, and we're going to bring the fight to them.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
Thunderbolts head coach Phil Vigil back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Black Hills stayed in town to take on the Thunderwolves. Teams still in their respective locker rooms. Joe, goes without saying, not a lot of juice in the stadium right now. I think a lot of people saw the weather forecast, said, well, we're just going to listen to Jim and Joe call the game today. But, the weather's going to turn out pretty good. Still time to change your mind and get on out here.
Oh, it's a perfect day for football. The sun's cracking through. The temperatures, it feels like football weather.
Yeah.
I think people are worried about the wetness, the moisture, but there's none out there. It's fantastic. And this is one of those games where you just hope CSU Pueblo puts its head down, its collective head, wearing those new helmets today, and go to work. You got to put it down and get to work today.
Yeah, Thunderwolves are in the baby blues today with Joe mentioned the helmet. It's got the logo on one side, and then on the other side it's got a number.
Yeah, it says the pack instead of the wolf. The script pack on one side, and then the player's number on the other, like the old Alabama.
Yeah.
And it's a sharp look for the helmet.
Yeah,
and
it
goes with the baby blues. Now, not that we're superstitious, but we both play golf, so we are. CSU Pueblo's 0-1 this season in the baby blues.
Yeah, so they need to get off the schneid.
So either they
baby blues.
kick the snot out of somebody in the baby blues, or maybe they retire the baby.
Either retirement might have a mass burning.
Yes,
if they find a way not to win this ball game. And I think we talk about the energy level. That maybe some of the Thunderwolves have to do. They're going to have to manufacture their own energy out there.
Well, nothing manufactures their own energy like a Howard Russell run or a Roman Fuller connection to Reggie Retzlaff or a pick six. So, like you say, manufacture your own energy, but also play at a very high level to do so.
All right, we'll come back. Joe will give you keys to victory for today's ball game. That all comes your way next. All part of the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Thunderwolves marching band has made their way out to midfield, trying to get everybody up to dance so you can get yourself up on the old Thundertron. Joe, I didn't see you dancing.
I'm getting ready for the keys to the game, Jim. I'm
okay,
locked in.
I guess that's where you are locked in.
I'm locked
so,
in.
Why don't you just go ahead and give us those keys?
Well, today it's all about the Roman numerals, Jim. It's all about Roman's numerals. He hopes he has some great numerals. The Roman Fuller, the quarterback. You got Howard Russell, the fifth. You hope he holds on to the ball and scores about 50 touchdowns. Domingo Prince, the second. The offensive line needs to come together. And, of course, DB3, Daniel Bone, the third. And that defense, they need to swarm. So it's all about Roman numerals today for the Thunderwolves.
You did work on that one.
Thank you.
That was good. Good preparation right there. Let's see what you got for Black Hills State.
Hey, hold on to the ball. No turnovers. And that's we say that every week. But when you're on the road, that is literally the key. If you're going to have success in the RMAC or anywhere on the road, you cannot turn the ball over. And CSU Pueblo has been very opportunistic in turnovers, especially interceptions. I mean, our guy, Donnie English, he picks one off a game, it seems like.
And Black Hills State like to run that football, and I guess when you look at it, goes without saying, Joe, they got to run it, and they got to stop the run, and then they got to put the Thunderwolves in third and uncomfortable. They have to avoid third and uncomfortable. I think it's a pretty simple script today.
Yeah, there's no rocket science to this today. It's just good, hard-nosed football, and whoever plays it better will win. And for CSU Pueblo, they just need to do what they did the second half of last week, where they quit focusing on everything else but playing football. And once they started playing football, then it was on.
Yeah, maybe that's what they needed last week, was that little wake-up call in the first half, and maybe they avoid having that same kind of doldrums here to start this ball game. If they had just rolled last week, who knows what happens in the first part here.
We watched them. Their first 3 or 4 series was 3 and out, 3 and out. There was no sense of urgency to the offense. The defense give up a 3rd and 15, and it was just sort of we'll turn it on at any time. Well, they trailed at halftime, and they needed to kick it in gear. They were going to be in trouble at the House of Horrors. But you know what? You look at the score now, and it was a thing of beauty in the past.
All right, we'll have the weather conditions for you. It's improving. That comes your way next. Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, the weather was going to be a big story today. It may still be, but right now it's pretty close to perfect. 53 degrees under mostly cloudy skies, humidity at 77%. We've got a little bit of a wind out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. That's the area of the sky to keep a watch on today in case we're going to get any more rain. They're calling for a 55% chance of rain a little bit later. So this could be fool's gold right now with the clouds breaking up. Could get a little bit of heat. Maybe cook up a little bit of a thunderstorm, Joe, but I think the worst of it's by far gone.
Well, you know what they say about Colorado weather. You don't like it? Wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, it does have that Melbourne, Australia feel to it right now. That is for sure. All right, kickoff is next. Thunderwolves and the Yellow Jackets right here on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Band has done its job. It's finished hyping up everybody. Heading on over to the sideline. Thunderbolts have just made their appearance. Black Hills State came out a little bit ago. Rock is out here. Rock's ready to go after spending a couple weeks up at Yellowstone. It'd be nice to just go spend a couple weeks in Yellow. You ever been there, Joe?
I have.
Nice place.
It is. Right now, though, it's touristy.
Yeah.
But I've been up there a long time ago when there was nobody up there.
Yeah, I think it's probably been 10 years since I was there.
But, boy, what a beautiful country.
All right, Thunderwolves in their baby blues here today. A lot of pink accents, breast cancer awareness, day, month, week. I think it's the whole month.
October.
Breast
cancer awareness.
We've sure all been touched in one way or another.
My mom, breast cancer survivor. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to get somebody, and I like the awareness it brings to college age students. Even if it's just kind of to do this little, the socks or the scarves or the belts or whatever, it just brings awareness.
Well, John Riston kind of started that tradition. He had everybody write a letter to somebody.
You're playing this game for somebody else. Phil Vihel had his guys write 3 things Monday about what they love about the game, and then he burned them. Because they were disrespecting the game. We hope they don't disrespect the game today. Yeah,
that'll be one of the things to keep an eye on. It's been not only the talk of us in the booth, but people you talk to. It's like, what is up with the Thunder with all these penalties and the personal fouls and the lack of discipline in some respects? Well, I think that's been addressed. So it'll be interesting to see how that takes place here today with the Thunderwolves try not to get some of those silly fouls.
Well, you look at stats, and you and I are stat guys sometimes to just kind of see where everybody ranks nationally, see what they are. There's 159 Division II football teams. The most penalized team, the 159th most penalized team, is Csu Pueblo.
That's kind of an eye opener, isn't it?
Yeah, you're the guy if you're last. Look at the honorary captain day. I couldn't see from here, but that's our good friend Austin Payne. The offensive lineman from Pueblo West, part of that national championship team in 2014.
He's got his young son with him out there. So they're going to call the coin toss here. We'll keep an eye on that. Thunderwolves are going to go with a new starting quarterback today. I say new. It's not like he's new. But Roman Fuller will get the start today. We're still wondering if Howard Russell is going to be the tailback. They've announced him as such, but he had a couple fumbles last week, a fumble a week before.
Yeah, and that's a problem. CSU Pueblo wins the toss to first, so they're going to kick off. So we won't know about the Howard Russell until the second possession of the game. But, again, Austin Payne, good luck for Austin winning the toss.
Well, since Black Hills State gets it first under their head coach, John Bresky. He's in his 5th year at the helm.
Which we were surprised about.
Yeah.
We remember when he took over.
Quarterback going to be Luke Doobie. 122 out of 219, 4 interceptions on the year, has thrown 9 touchdown passes. He's been the man this year because the backup, Cade Weber, has only thrown 2 passes, 1 out of 2. So it's Luke Doobie and sit around and hold the clipboard pretty much this year for Black Hill State. Cameron Goods, their running back. He's averaging 4 yards a carry. Nothing really eye-opening about some of their offensive stats. Their leading receiver, Kelby Olson, but they distribute it kind of equally between Boozer, Boyd, and Olson. 17, 16, and 18 catches respectively right there, so they spread it around.
Yeah, there's nothing offensively that jumps out from these guys other than they like to play hard-nosed football.
Yeah, they're going to want to keep the possessions down in the game, win the time of possession battle, but more importantly, when you do have time of possession, they want to pay it off on the other end with touchdowns and get this game into a late third quarter, fourth quarter slugfest, and they like their chances. Thunderbolts, of course, they want to hit you hard and, just put this thing away as soon as possible with their quick strike offense.
And there's no reason why they can't. Again, they just have to come out and play. We're going to see CSU Pueblo's defense first, which is I always like that for CSU Pueblo. It gives them a chance to settle in a little bit. And all it does is make Roman Fuller have to wait a little bit longer to get his first start at CSU Pueblo.
Yeah, you wonder if he's a little amped up, a little nervous, but, he's been in some big moments.
Yeah,
so he's played at Washington, against that hostile environment when we played for Tulsa.
He's a transfer from the University of Tulsa, and we have it on good authority that he's very excited for his first start here tonight, and we get that from the quarterback's assistant coach, Chase Fuller, who happens to be his cousin.
All right. Set to kick things off here. Evan Lyons ready to go. Back deep. Levinsky Simon and Yahim Roper. And the kick sails out the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Evan Lyon, he has got an ultra-strong leg.
And he's going to handle the kickoff duties, but Jacob Willig is back, fully healthy, and will handle field goals and extra points today.
Yeah, no alternating today.
Nope.
We're just going to go with the one guy here. All right, ball will be placed on the left hash mark to start things off. We welcome our much larger radio audience today because a lot of people aren't here, fearing the weather, so we know they're tuned in, but we're glad to have you along.
Or maybe they're on their way.
Could be. It's there's never too late to get on out here. Weather's perfect. Trips to the right here for Black Hill State. And they're going to hand the ball up the middle, and they get a decent hole out for about 4 yards. Cameron Goods, the ball carrier. They're going to go to their backup back. That's Navari Dixon, the third. Gains 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. They have Goods and Dixon in the game at the same time here. Both backs on either hip of Luke Doobie, the quarterback. 2 wideouts right. And they're going to run the sweep around the right side, trying to get to the edge. Thunderbolts foul it up. Coming in on the stop, Ben Wilson getting his foot on the running back Goods, but he does get forward for a decent gain out to the 33. Brings up 3rd and short here, 3rd and 2. This is right where Black Hill State wants to be all day long.
Safety Thomas Webb made a good play on that, but he could have made a better play. He got him almost behind the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't able to bring him down.
Wide out to each side this time. The ball's on the right hash mark. It's a double tight end set, but both tight ends are off the line of scrimmage in kind of a wing position here. Lone back. Run the quarterback keeper around the right side. Big opening across the 40, 45, out to around the 48-yard line. And that's Cade Weber on the carry, playing quarterback for the Yellow Jackets. So they've made a couple changes here. 1st and 10 out at the 49-yard line. Weber the better runner. Takes the snap. Gives it up the middle, and Thunderbolts foul that one up. Good stop on the interior there for the back. Micah Lutu and company.
They tried to go hurry up there with Cade Weber after that first down, and Lutu plays over the nose. That kept CSU Pueblo from substituting after that quick first down, too.
Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball's at the 48-yard line. From the pistol this time. Take the snap, fake it into the middle, straight drop back, look down the middle. Pass toward the edge, and it is caught inside the 30, down to about the 29-yard line. Over the shoulder grab there by Damian Boozer. They're going to give him the 28-yard line. Beautiful pass, beautiful grab.
You got a wide receiver being trailed by a reserve linebacker. That's a great matchup if you're Black Hills State.
Thunderbolts coming in with massive substitutions here. Ball spotted at the 28, 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. On the move here on this first drive of the game. Goods now shifts to the right hip of the quarterback. Straight drop back by Doobie. Goes right, and back shoulder throw incomplete. Good coverage over here by Wilson. So they're alternating their quarterbacks here. Doobie on the pass that time.
Did you notice Ben Wilson kind of got up and almost looked like he was going to do a little taunt there and probably thought better of it, which he should have, and he did.
2nd down and 10. Asher Granger wide to the left here in this set for Black Hills State. 2 wide outs to the right. They give it up the middle. Nice cut there. Now going outside is Goods. He's down inside the 25, down to about the 22-yard line. Made a nice little cutback run there. He'll pick up 6 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 now for the Yellow Jackets. First drive of the ball game. No score here. 12-minute mark of the first quarter. This time Granger going to split wide to the right. They got Boozer and Boyd wide to the left. Thunderbolts stunning across the front wall. Now they set. Doobie changing the play call here. Takes the snap. Gives it on the right side. Cut back run. Thunderbolts stuff it for no gain. So it'll be 4th down and 4 here for the Yellow Jackets. So they're going to send the field goal unit out.
That's Turrentine. You know, he and Josiah Sampleton at the same time in there along that nose. It's just daunting.
Ryan Ewing in to try the field goal, 4 of 6 on the year. He has hit a 58-yarder this year, so he's got a big leg. It'll be a 40-yard attempt from the right hash mark. It's good stuff. Well, kind of wide. And it's blocked by the Thunderbolts, and they have a chance to return it. Up the sideline is Wilson. He's on his way. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves. Joe, the snap was just a little bit wide. It was a great grab by the holder, but he got it down. But the Thunderwolves, somebody in the middle there got a big paw up on it. It might have been James Turrentine.
Big paw knocks it and bats it in the air. Wilson catches it in stride, and no one's going to catch him.
Wilson won that foot race, no problem. So the Thunderbolts come up with a huge play on special teams to take the early lead here with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter.
You know, all that does is make Roman Fuller have to wait again.
Exactly.
That was a great block.
Here's Will again to try the extra point. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 11 minutes exactly to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbolts open up with a 7-0 lead. We'll keep it right here.
How good do you feel if you're Phil Vigil when your offense hasn't taken the field and you're up 7-0?
Well, you always want to make a play in all phases of the game. So the Thunderbolts, they get the stop on defense after they drove it down the field. Give credit to the defense there coming up with the stand. But special teams, you just wonder if that little bit of a wide snap threw it off a little bit.
The holder on the play had to kind of reach back, grab it, and had no chance to get it down because the kicker was already in his motion and the ball was low and it was batted, and not batted down, but batted up in the air.
Yeah, it went straight up. We talk about a Sunday hop in baseball. That never did hop. It just flew right in the air, and Wilson, these defensive backs for the Thunderbolts, they know what to do when they get their hands on the football.
They get teased mercifully by each other if they don't score. They get roasted.
So 7-0 Thunderwolves here with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll see if we can get that confirmed. It was Turrentine. I think it was him on the block. Here's the kick, goes out the back of the end zone into the band.
You know, the other hand I saw in there might have been A.J. Jordan, a guy we had on the coaches show this past week because he's so tall.
Right.
And gets his hand up there, and I know he plays in the interior there.
So Black Hills State, after a good drive on their first possession, unable to cash it in, and now they find themselves down 7-0. That's got to be a gut punch.
Yeah, what does that do to your psyche as you're kind of moving down the field and then look up and you're trailing 7-0?
Doobie to play quarterback. We have seen Cade Weber on a couple of plays. He's ran it, called his own number.
Well, Phil Vigil said they were going to have a wrinkle or two that they haven't, they will only use for CSU Pueblo.
Bring a man in motion across the formation. They look left, fire left, caught. Out around the 30, gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Just a little out pattern on the left side.
Our good friend Keith McCaney back in at corner on the far side on that play. Keith McCaney did not play last week. Rolled his ankle and sat out.
Boy, they give him a nice spot out to the 31-yard line. So a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. From the pistol. Takes a low snap. It's bobbled but handled. Now a little shovel pass out on the edge. It's complete for a 1st down. A little two-handed shovel pass.
That do be nice with a nice scoop and react.
So a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 out to the 36-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to go double wide out right. Single wide out left. From the gun this time. They give it up the middle. Good burst. Nice cut in the hole, but the Thunder was able to rally to the football and shut it down after a gain of 4. Looked for a moment there like it might be more dangerous for Navari Dixon, but he was shut down in a hurry by the Thunderbolts linebackers. And Bone coming in there from the safety position.
You know, watching CSU Pueblo's defense early on, they're kind of in a shell defense, keeping everything in front of them. They're giving them that little run, and the defensive backs are playing off the receivers, so that 5-yard out's going to be there.
2nd and 6. Long count. Thunder will show blitz. Here they come. It's Bone on the blitz. He might have got a piece of that one. I think he deflected that pass, and it's incomplete.
If Daniel Bone comes from your blind side untouched, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, he made it. He disguised it. He came up on the line of scrimmage real late and had a free run. And I think he deflected that pass just enough to make it fall incomplete.
Keith, they're down early here for Black Hills.
3rd and 6 from their own 40-yard line. Ramming and Scipio both in there, poised to rush. Seidenberger showing blitz here off the edge as well. Nobody at home in the middle of the defense here for the Thunderbolts. Everybody up along the line of scrimmage. Now they
Caden
adjust.
Rulo drops back.
They look right, throw it right in the flat. This is no way going to get to the 1st down.
Nope.
They had to throw it so far behind the line of scrimmage it was completed. But Boyd had to try to make up a lot of ground, and he only gains maybe a couple on the play out to the 42. It's 4th down and 4.
Nice closing speed by Draymond Jackson. He of the interception last week.
Boy, Doobie looked like he was a little excited there at quarterback, knowing that rush was coming, Joe. He kind of rushed that little flip out into the flat.
Well, I don't blame him. That was Scipio and Ramming with their ears pinned back.
Murkowski back to receive the punt. He stands at the 20-yard line.
And Reese Robinson.
Yeah, they both go back here. High spiraling kick. Fair catch signal for and taken and fumbled, but recovered by Murkowski. He made a late run up on it. Ball squirted out, but he's able to scoop it back in at the 20-yard line. So the Thunderbolts avoid disaster there.
Look like the wind might have knocked, what little wind there is, might have knocked it out of the air.
And we got a timeout on the field. 8:47 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 7-0. Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Aaron Kinnischtzke is our producer and engineer today. We're talking a little bit off mic there, but Indiana just pounding Nebraska today. Doesn't hurt anybody's feelings in here, except for Ben Greenberg down the way. He's a Nebraska alum. 49-7. Indiana leads that game. Thunderwolves, their first offensive possession of the game, leading 7-0. They returned a blocked field goal for a touchdown. So Roman Fuller from the pistol. Now they adjust out of it. Russell onto the left hip. They shift both tight ends to the right side of the formation. Unbalanced that direction for the Thunderbolts. They give it to Russell off the right side, bounces it, and he's hit down after a gain of maybe a yard. Good defense there by Black Hills State.
What does that say about Phil Vigil and the offense? They trust Howard Russell. 2 fumbles last week, 1 the week before that, and yet he started today.
They gave him forward progress for 2. It's 2nd down and 8. He lines up on the right hip this time of Fuller. Fake it to Fuller. Look left, pump fake. Now going up the sideline, trying to get the ball to Retzlaff, and he can't get to the ball. Good defense there.
Yeah, it got kind of hung up there. And we knew that they were going to take a shot on the second play, but the first play, they were in press coverage. The second play, they backed off.
Rodriguez Brown on the coverage there. Zechariah Rodriguez Brown for Black Hills State. 3rd and long here for the Pack. Fuller has the call he wants, trips to the left, looks left, fires an in pass, incomplete. He was trying to go that time to Retzlaff, but timing not right. So 3 and out for the Thunderwolves on their first offensive possession.
That looked like a nervous throw to me from Roman Fuller. He didn't have pressure, and Reggie Retzlaff had a great break on the ball. He would have picked up the first down. That throw looks a little nervous.
Thunderwolves pay the price for taking that shot.
He didn't miss a pass his first 2 games, and now he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, go figure. Punt formation here. Regan Baker back to kick it away, the Aussie. Averaging 43 yards a punt this year. Good kick. Taken at the 29-yard line. Good coverage by the Thunderwolves. Did they get a face pass? No. Just great coverage there.
Shoulder pads.
And on the stop for the Pack, is that Keith McCaney? It was Keith McCaney playing special teams. Just because you're a starting cornerback, they're going to put the best players they can out there to play special teams, and McCaney able to make the stop for negative yards on the return. Lost 2.
Why is there a holding on the kicking team?
Holding on the Thunderwolves on protection, on punt protection. So that's a 10-yard mark-off. They mark it off at the end of the play. So instead of the 27, it'll be marked out to the 37. So good field position for Black Hills State. Get a free first down, basically.
And we were talking with Daniel Bone early in the season about special teams. He's all-American candidate, and he says, I want to play special teams. We all do.
Thunderwolves change up their defense after they see the personnel Black Hills State rolls out. Thunderwolves make about 5 changes on their front. See Lutu in the ball game. He lines up at the left defensive end position here. 4-man front for the Pack. Here on 1st and 10. And they give the ball at the middle. Good stop, and it was Lutu. He came knifing in from the left side, got right on the feet of the running back.
There he is, stopped in the backfield by number 44, Michael.
And a loss of 2 on the play back to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12.
That was a great move. He just kind of faked the outside go and caught it back in and ran right into the running back.
Bryant Lely was the running back on that formation. So they've used 3 backs already. Here come the substitutions for the Thunderwolves. Into the ball game, Lorenzo Diggs. He'll line up on the right side. Also in there, Gage Hill. Across this defensive front on 2nd and 12. They run a little sweep around the left side, cutting back inside. Thunderwolves have it stuffed. Seidenberger and company. In fact, Hill also got his hands in on the stop. A gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8.
It's kind of funny that they had it set up, blocked well, and Gary Seidenberger just from his linebacker spot came up and took on 2 guys and met the running back.
Thunder will send in 6 substitutions here. Get their pass rush package in there. That means Scipio's into the game.
See Dre Towns, a defensive lineman from Hogansville, Georgia as well.
Bone creeps right up on the line of scrimmage. He's right over the top of the center here, showing blitz here on 3rd and 8. It's like he's in the starting blocks here.
And he's coming. Then he
drops out. Pass over the middle. Caught. And a nice cut. And close to the first down. Looks like they got it. Good run after the catch there by the Yellow Jackets. Able to get it out to the 48-yard line. The old run after the catch to Damian Boozer.
Well, they had it stopped. Great second effort by Boozer.
So 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets out to the 48-yard line.
That's the disheartening thing when you're on defense and you have them stopped. You think you got them down, and then he makes that second effort.
So ball at the 48-yard line. Fake the handoff. Now going to roll left. It's wide open over there. Now comes late pressure. Pass is thrown behind the receiver, but a great grab there by Asher Granger. Not a big gain on the play, gain of about 5, but an impressive catch.
I'm guessing Drewby didn't think that Cody Ramming could get there from the opposite defensive line position, and he was almost in his grill.
2nd and 5 into Thunderwolves territory at the 47-yard line. Thunderwolves lead it 7-0. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. Fake it. Pass over the middle. Caught. First down inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. And again, it's Damian Boozer on the grab.
Nice little play call by Black Hills. Went to the empty part of the zone defense that CSU Pueblo was running. Picked up a nice chunk.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of the Thunderwolves. So Black Hills State's had the better of it offensively in this game. The big wild card, the blocked field goal, returned for a touchdown by the Thunderwolves.
Well, these are quick hitters. Drewby's not letting that defensive get good pressure.
Thunderwolves show late blitz action. Now they back out of it. Now they come up again. They hand the ball off around the right side. And a little spin move, but not much there for Dixon. He'll gain a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
John Nushi on the play. Tiger Pride.
Doobie, the quarterback. He's out of Lexington, Kentucky. He's a transfer. He went to Cornell, so he's a smart guy. Ivy Leaguer. 2nd down and 9 from the 34. Look left, fire left. Thunderwolves jumped around, but a good block by the wide receiver springs it for a big gain inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line. Wide receiver screen worked well that time for Black Hills State.
Donovan English saw that play the entire time and kind of got blocked away from it when he was trying to jump the route. Big gain for the Yellow Jackets.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line for Black Hills State. Thunderwolves show blitz. Here they come off the edge. Pass right side. It's caught. Nice cut, but a better tackle on the play by Thomas Webb Jr. He got his hands on the ankles of the receiver, throws him for about a 3-yard loss back to the 24-yard line.
Again, these quick hitters, Drewby's having some effectiveness with them, just keeping the ball out of the pass rush of CSU Pueblo.
2nd and 13, ball at the 24-yard line of the Thunderwolves. They shift both tight ends to the right side of the formation. Takes a snap, look left, and it's caught inside the 15, down to around the 11-yard line. That's close to the first down.
I don't know how he got that wide open, Jim.
They spot it right at the 11. It's 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
There was no one in coverage on that side of the defense.
Good read by the quarterback, Luke Doobie. He's thrown 9 touchdown passes on the year. This time he hands it off on the left side, cuts back inside the 5, and knocked down at the 3-yard line is Cameron Goods. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2. They can pick up a first down at the 1. So 2nd and 2 from the 3-yard line for the Yellow Jackets, trailing at 7-0. Take the snap, they hand it on the left side, cut back to the goal line, touchdown. Cameron Goods takes it on into the end zone, and Black Hills State an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That drive was just entirely too easy, in my opinion. Too easy.
Well, Thunderwolves had that one chance to get off the field when they had him in 3rd and long early on in the possession. It's amazing. Sometimes you just pick up that first down of a drive. It just relaxes you, and that's what happened there at Black Hills State. They just took it right down the field after that. Here's the extra point try. Better snap this time. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 2:24 to go here in the first quarter. We got ourselves a ball game. We got flag down in the middle of the field.
The score is now tied 7-all.
See what we got going on here. Could be a leverage situation here on the Thunderwolves, I think. Both teams leaving the field. We'll sort it all out when we come back. 7-7 our score. 2:24 to go first quarter. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
2:24 to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. Black Hills State offense. Thunderwolves haven't even threatened to stop them here yet in this ball game. They've moved it both times, and that time took it right on into the end zone for the touchdown.
The winner was
Big
the Cyber
plays,
Player.
Jim. Big
Congratulations
chunks,
and thank you to
like they were
Csu Pueblo
misaligned
for
on
their
several of those
partnership.
plays, and then they get a penalty on the
You too can be a winner
unsportsmanlike
by
call
selecting
on
T-Mobile
Dominic
for
Finney
your
on the
internet
extra point of all things.
Yeah, not sure if it was a leverage situation or what. They called it unsportsmanlike conduct, so
Well, that's the
who
one thing
knows?
they were supposed to try and avoid this
Yep.
week after last week, and we're still in the first quarter, and they already have one.
We'll see if Black Hill State tries a little trickery here on this kickoff. And they are going to squib it. And it's handled at the 5, across the 10, 15, out to about the 20-yard line, Nigel Mitchell. So I think they did the right thing there, gamble a little bit. They pick up 6 yards in essence,
That kickoff brought to you by
keeping the
K1
Thunderbolts from having it at the 25. Instead, the Thunderbolts will start. Looks like they're going to fudge it forward to the 20-yard line, so it's on an even spot. So Thunderbolts 3 and out on their first offensive series. It took a shot on 2nd and long. Tried to hit the bomb, and it didn't work.
When you take those shots like that, it puts you behind schedule, especially if you only get 2 yards on the first down.
No tight end in this set. Double wide out to each side here. Russell remains the back. Fuller the quarterback. Bring a man in motion. That's Rakowski, the tight end. They hand it off. Nice move here by Russell. Puts his head down. He's got the first down out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So it was a 4 wide receiver set, but one of the wide receivers was Dvorak, and he came in motion and ended up being the lead blocker.
You want to help Roman Fuller out at quarterback? Run the ball like that.
1st and 10 pack at the 34-yard line. 7-7 our score. Straight drop back by Fuller. Looks left, fires it left. Retzlaff with it, and he's hit down immediately. No gain. Good play by the cornerback over here. Rodriguez Brown stayed right with him. Got some help from the safety coming over. They do give him a yard out to the 35, so it's a 2nd down and 9.
Playing well off the receivers, at least Reggie. I think they're baiting him into keeping everything in front of him. He's got to lead the nation in yards after catch. But they're off all the receivers now.
Dvorak lines up right behind Retzlaff over here wide to the left. He now goes in motion toward the former. That's an illegal motion, but they're not going to call it. They hand it off to Russell around the left side, tries to string it out, turns the corner, gets forward up across the 40 all the way out to about the 45-yard line. First down. He never did step out of bounds. He tight-roped the sideline, gets the first down for the Pack.
First down, Thunderbolts.
Great run by Russell there. Trips to the right, single wide out left. Thunderbolts go lightning package here. Try to hurry up the game. And again, they give it to Russell, and he's hit immediately this time. Keeps those legs churning, but only to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. That's the strength of this Black Hill State ball club up front. Both sides of the line of scrimmage, their defensive line and their offensive line, very good.
And they're not huge. They're just thick. You don't see like monsters out there. You just see thick.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Nigel Mitchell into the game. He lines up with Retzlaff here wide to the left. Rakowski in the slot to the right along with Toscas. Pass down the middle. Caught by Nigel. He's got the first down to the 40-yard line of Black Hill State. What a strike that time by Fuller.
Just a sit route up along the hash marks. And it was on the money.
Thunderbolts keep the pace up. They run right up to the line of scrimmage. This time Toscas, Rakowski, and Mitchell wide to the right. Retzlaff wide to the left. And now that is the end of the first quarter. Rapidly moving first quarter there. Black Hill State did a good job taking time off the clock. 7-7 our score at the end of one. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Welcome back to the Thunderbolts. 7-7 our score as we start the second quarter. Thunderbolts on the move. 1st and 10 at the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line. Trips to the right, single wide out left. Russell remains the back on the left hip. They look up the sideline. Back shoulder throw, incomplete.
Now, that was for Taylor Toscas, and he should have had that, Jim. That ball was in his hands.
Ball's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Again, good coverage by these two cornerbacks. They're not the biggest guys in the world, these two cornerbacks, but they're doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Our good friend Todd Kelly bringing us lunch. What a great guy.
Yeah, well, it's going to have to sit and get cold for a while.
Yeah, we'll have to.
2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Give it to Russell. Spin move. It gets forward for 2 yards down to the 38. It'll be 3rd down and 8. So the Thunderwolves facing their first bit of adversity on this drive here.
3rd down.
It's when you take those shots and you're incomplete, you're putting a lot of pressure on your offense.
Trips to the right. Reese Robinson to the game. He's in the short slot to the right. Rakowski a little bit on his right hip, and then Retzlaff wide to the right. Toscas wide to the left. Here on 3rd down and 8. Straight drop back. They pick up the pressure down the middle, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Reese Robinson, but it was broken up. Good defensive play there. Doodles Quinones, the safety, Joe, one of our favorite names in all of our MAC football, made the play there.
You know, we had Doodles last year, and he's a good player. Makes a great play on the ball there.
So the Thunderwolves too far to try a field goal here. It would be a 55-yarder. Instead, they're going to play field position and punt the ball, and they're going to count on their punter, Regan Baker, who has kicked 8 balls inside the 20 this year. Punt returner is Connor Boyd. He stands right at the 10-yard line. Punt is away, angled to the right side. Now it kind of hooks back in the middle. Hits down inside the 10. And now takes a Thunderwolves bounce inside the 5 and is going to roll dead at the 4-yard line. So great job there by Regan Baker, the punter.
That's what you needed. If you're gonna punt the ball in that situation, that's exactly what you got to have.
Well, Thunderwolves defense needs to wake up a little bit here. Their first 2 drives of the game, Black Hills State has taken it right down the field. They had a field goal blocked that the Thunderwolves returned for a touchdown. The next drive, Black Hills State took it on into the end zone on a long drive. They're dominating the time of possession right now. 12 minutes to 3 minutes.
This will be our final regular season home game.
Actually, 12 minutes to 4 minutes now because the Thunderwolves had it for the first minute of this quarter. Doobie, the quarterback. Long count here. Takes the snap. Looks left. Fires over the middle. Caught. First down.
Jim, these are just too easy of catches.
Damian Boozer just finding a soft spot in the zone there, and Doobie doing a good job of threading the needle there. All the way out to the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. So that takes away that advantage you have pinning him inside the 5-yard line right off the bat. Took him 1 play to get out of trouble.
Easy 12. That was an easy 12 yards.
Well, Boozer, he's the real deal. He lines up wide to the left this time. He's a good-looking wide receiver. Press coverage here by Wilson. Tries to get it right up in his grill this time. Bone showing blitz off the edge. They're going to hand the ball up the middle, and Bone seeks him out and takes him down after a 2-yard gain.
Not sure there's many better safeties against the run in the country than Daniel Bone.
Yeah, he read that beautifully. Miles Sprague also in on the stop for the Thunderwolves. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 18-yard line. Black Hills State just controlling the game right now with their offense. And now we got movement along the line of scrimmage on the right side. Ramming came across. Question is, was he drawn off, or is this going to be a neutral zone?
It's on Turrentine, yeah. I'm thinking that was James Turrentine, and then they snapped the ball like you're taught to do.
Offside against the Thunderwolves. So now it makes it 2nd down and 3 from the 23-yard line. Joe, I like my chances at 2nd and 3 all day long.
Yeah. You could take a few shots, too.
Riley Bennett playing running back this possession for Black Hills State. He lines up on the left hip of Luke Doobie, the quarterback. Straight drop back. Here comes the blitz, but they run away from the blitz around the right side. Pass is incomplete. Good pressure that time by Ramming along with Feeney.
Pass on the play is incomplete.
They ran away from the blitz. Bone was blitzing off the defensive right side, and Doobie decided to roll to his right to get away from that blitz. 3rd and 3.
I think you have to send pressure against this offense. I think you have to make it uncomfortable for whoever's back there for Black Hills State.
They bring Navarre Dixon into play tailback this time. He's the lone back. It's a double tight end set, but both tight ends are playing in a wing off the line of scrimmage here. And they fake in the middle, going to run the quarterback keeper around the edge to get the first down. This is the backup quarterback. When they need to run with the quarterback, they go to Cade Weber. He comes into the game, calls his own number, and has the first down out to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the left side of Black Hills defense or offensive line to seal that edge.
They leave Weber in the ball game. Here on 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Wide out to each side. Again, the double tight end set, playing in the wing position. Straight drop back. Now rolling to his right. He's going to run with it. Weber puts his head down. Nice turn to the corner. Across the 35-40. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Cade Weber showing a good ability to run the football. Gets the first down out to the 42-yard line. So after being pinned back at their 4-yard line, they've picked up 3 first downs.
Black Hills State's doing a very good job of getting CSU Pueblo spread out in space. There's not bunches anywhere, and they're taking their chances in these one-on-one battles, and they're doing a good job of it.
So it's 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets at the 42-yard line. Bring a man in motion across the formation to the left. Hand the ball to him. Big opening out toward midfield as the ball carrier is Dixon. Back in the ball game was Doobie to play quarterback, and he hands it off for 8. 2nd and 2. Now they go hurry up. And they give it up the middle. This is Ramming with the stop for no gain. They gave it to Dixon. He could not run away from the big grasp of Ramming. Now another critical 3rd down here for the Thunderwolves defense. 3rd and a short 2. The ball just across the midfield stripe. 7-7 our score. 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Black Hill State's offense doing a great job so far in this ball game. They empty the backfield this time. Thunderwolves show blitz. Long count here by Doobie. Trying to draw him off. Now takes the snap. Looks left. Fires over the middle. Caught. First down. Inside the 45. Down to the 41-yard line. Just a quick strike on the play.
Again, you need 3. You get 5. And there was no one near you.
Jaden Williams, a freshman out of Mesa, Arizona, on the grab there. So it's 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Black Hill State on the move again. And they hand it off the right side. Cut back inside. Thunderwolves have it stuffed this time, but getting forward. Good, powerful run by Dixon. He gets 3 on the play down to the 38. And an injury for the Thunderwolves as Turrentine is pounding the turf in disgust here. So we have a timeout on the field. Should be a timeout for us as well here. And it is. 9:57 to go here in the second quarter. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
James Turrentine helped off the field. No pressure whatsoever on that left leg. Looks like a knee injury of some kind. They put him in the medical tent here. We'll get you an update on that as soon as possible. Didn't look good, though. So 2nd and 7 now for the Yellow Jackets from the 38-yard line of the Thunderwolves. They've been into Thunderwolves territory on all 3 possessions so far in this game. The big equalizer in the game has been the blocked field goal return for a touchdown for the Thunderwolves. Where would we be without that?
Losing.
2nd down and 7. Now they shift both tight ends to the right side. Move the running back to the left hip of Doobie, the quarterback. He fakes it around the right side, looks back left, fires it left, and it's incomplete. Threw it behind the intended receiver. It was good coverage that time by Wilson. If the throw was on target, I think Wilson intercepts it.
Yeah, that was a good incompletion for Black Hills. Ben read that perfectly as the receiver made his break.
They were trying to get it to Damian Boozer. This time Boozer lines up wide to left along with Granger. They have both tight ends. They shift to the right side of the formation. The running back this time is Bryant Lilei. Thunderwolves just show a rush of 4 here. Pressure breaks down and almost intercepted again. It's Wilson jumping the route over there on that left side. Or no, that's not low. That's Pittman. Eli Pittman.
Josiah Sampleton was in deep pressure there. When he coming at you, you got to get rid of him.
So Thunderbolts come up with a stop finally, and they're going to try a 55-yard field goal here. Well, this guy's got a big levy. He has a 58-yarder on the year. Ryan Ewing. They line up on the right hash mark here. 55-yard attempt for the lead for the Yellow Jackets. Ball's down, kick is up, blocked! And again, it's picked up by the Thunderbolts, and again, they're going to score a touchdown!
And again, it's Ben Wilson.
He's making a living off blocked field goals, and the Thunderbolts take the lead.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Ben Wilson.
That's Eli Pittman this time.
I saw the 0, not the 1.
Eli Pittman, the senior out of Peoria, Arizona. Right into his arms, takes it on into the end zone. Again, caught it in the air off the block.
I've never seen that. Ever. Twice in one game.
Never.
Twice in one half.
Maybe one season. So, Thunderbolts bring Willig into the game to try the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 9:24 to go here in the second quarter, and the Thunderbolts lead it 14-7. If you looked at the stat sheet of this ball game, you'd say it'd be Black Hills State up about 14-0 right now. Instead, they're down 14-7, all because the Thunderbolts special teams, 2 blocked field goals. First one was Wilson running it back, and this time Pittman catching it on the fly.
Well, just judging by everyone on the sidelines giving congratulations, I'm guessing Cody Ramming got that block.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten confirmation on who got the first one. We're working on that. I thought it was Turrentine on the first one, but this time, as Joe said, they're congratulating Ramming. And that'd be a good candidate. He's the tallest guy out there.
6'7", yeah. He might have got the first one. Who knows?
But as Joe mentioned, Wilson, the first one, he wears 10. Pittman, he wears 0. They line up on each side of the kick formation, and both times the ball fell right into the outside man's lap.
Well, Mac Alexander coaches special teams for CSU Pueblo, and no one's more excited than he is right now.
And that's because the Thunderbolts decide not to have that guy out. A lot of times that guy off the edge will just try to fly across and lay out to block the kick. Both times the Thunderbolts defensive backs have just hung out on the line of scrimmage. And the ball's fallen right into their lap, and they've won the race. They're going to try to run this kick out of the end zone across the 5, 10.
Got some room.
15. Thunderbolts stringing it out, though, and Rulo makes a good stop inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Rulo showing some good closing speed there. That looked like that had a chance for a minute. Levinsky Simon on the return. It's his 8th return of the year. He does have a 35-yarder to his credit, so he does have that kind of skill.
Nice closing speed by your safety, Rulo. He was the safety valve on that play, but he also plays safety.
Well, one unit that's got to be getting a little tired is the Thunderbolts defense. They've been out the entire first half here. They do have the lead to work with now. It's 14-7.
They need to start pressuring these quarterbacks for Black Hill State.
Doobie in to start the series from the gun. Bone creeping up on the line of scrimmage. They hand the ball off on the left side. Thunderbolts string it out, but able to bounce it outside. Cameron Goods, he kind of ducked inside, and that forced the Thunderbolts defense inside, and then he took it outside and picks up 5 on the play.
Good job of waiting for that edge to get pinned because just sheer mass humanity over there.
Actually gained 6 because the line of scrimmage was the 19, so it's 2nd and 4 now for the Yellow Jackets. And again, they run the left side, and this time submarine by Bone. Gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard now for the Yellow Jackets.
This is that pin and pull offense that we talked about in the pregame where Black Hills always pulls at least 1 or 2 players to run out and pin their guy.
Short of the marker, third down.
They bring in their running quarterback, Cade Weber, here on 3rd and short. Let's see if he goes up under center here. Thunderwolves change up their defensive front. They go from the gun. Weber takes the snap. He's going to run it around the left side. Thunderwolves have it strung out, but he gets forward, got the first down to the 30. Paid a heavy price this time. But Weber showing some courage that time to get the first down at the 30-yard line.
Well, Miles Sprague was there. He just was there just a second too late, a half second too late.
So Weber will come out of the ball game. They bring Doobie back in. 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets from the 30-yard line. $7:45 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead at 14-7.
That's illegal substitution. They had 12 guys in the huddle.
Illegal substitution. Offense, 12 players in the huddle. 5-yard penalty.
You know who made them notice that was Phil Vigil.
Yeah, says, come on, pay attention
He
out there,
was
boys.
screaming at the head linesman. He's like, I can count. There's 12.
So 1st and 15 now from the 25-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. They trailed the game 14-7. Send a man in motion. That's Goods out to the right. They fire it to him out on the right side. He's got a little bit of a cushion. Closing speed by the Thunderwolves shuts it down after a gain of 4. Looked like there was going to be a lot more there for Goods, but the Thunderwolves cornerbacks and safeties fly to the football. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
That time they flew to the ball and they made the tackle, and then they stopped him to get some help. And early in the game, they were missing those.
This time Dixon is the running back. He shifts over to the left side of Doobie. 2 wideouts to each side here. No tight end in this set for the Yellow Jackets here on 2nd and 11. Thunderwolves line up along the line of scrimmage here. They only send 4, though. Pressure off the edge. Pass out in the flat, incomplete. That pass was hurried because Cody Ramming had turned the corner. He was going to get there, and Doobie knew it. He just threw it a little early.
Well, the left tackle even had help, and Cody Ramming was able to get the edge.
Now Ramming has to come out of the ball game. I'm sure that just ticks him off to no end.
Hates it. People, there's no more bitter disgust on the face of a football player than Cody Ramming coming off every other play.
Dre Towns takes his spot on the right side. He comes firing around the edge. Pass over the middle. Caught. No gain. Daniel Bone. Oh, that's Seidenberger. Seidenberger on the stop. On the little crosser to Boozer. And Boozer goes nowhere. And Seidenberger makes the stop. Seidenberger gets over to the sideline. Accepts congratulations from his teammates.
The Poseidonberger adventure. He just sank that ball.
4th down and 11 now from the 29-yard line. Rakowski back deep to receive the kick. Well, we've had 2 returns for touchdowns. How about a punt return for a touchdown? How about a blocked punt for a touchdown? Webster to punt it away. Good snap. And it is blocked.
They did get it.
Across the 40, the ball comes forward out toward midfield. It'll be down at the 47-yard line. So the 3rd blocked kick of the game for the Thunderwolves.
I think that was blocked by Shalom Peter. And he's already had one this year.
So the Thunderwolves start on offense from the 47-yard line of the Yellow Jackets, leading the ball game 14-7.
They've seen something on film when it comes to getting penetration on special teams. Got Devin Larson now in at quarterback.
That's the 3rd series of the game. We were told this would happen. Bring a man in motion. That's Nigel Mitchell. They pitch it to him on the jet sweep, and he's taken down for a loss of 5 on the play. Ball comes out late, but he was down. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 15.
Milek Ritchie, the senior from Ardmore, Oklahoma, showed great closing speed because that's Nigel Mitchell.
Mitchell will come out of the ball game. They bring Dvorak back in to the pack. Retzlaff is going to split not wide to the right. Everybody's real close to the formation here. It's a tight formation for the Thunderwolves, even though they have 4 wide receivers. Send Rakowski in motion now out further to the right. Straight drop back, and here comes pressure. Larson gets away from it, now just throws it away. And again, it was that man Ritchie on the pressure for Black Hills State. So 3rd and 15, kind of an inauspicious start to this possession for Devin Larson, getting the 3rd possession of the game here.
They were getting great penetration up front defensively, Black Hills State, pushing the point of contact back into Devin Larson. He's like he didn't get sacked.
Now the Thunderwolves have to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. 3rd and 15 from their own 48-yard line. Hard to get one over the top in 3rd and 15. Straight drop back by Larson. Steps up, now throws a crosser to Toscas, puts his head down, spins up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down now, and, well, they're going to mark it at the 41 where his knee went down. Thunderwolves could go for it here, 4th and 4, or do you punt and play field position?
4th down.
I think you go for it. I mean,
they're sending the heavy package out. They are going to go speed here. Trying to get Black Hills State in disarray here. They have too many men on the field right now. Oh, they got to give them time to get the subs in. All right, 4th and 4. Thunderwolves maybe just trying to draw them off here. Now they're going to slow things down, look over to the sideline for the change in play call. Again, a very tight formation here for the Thunderwolves. They're just trying to draw them off right now. And they end up taking the timeout.
Timeout.
I thought they might just take the 5-yard penalty there, but since it's only 4 yards to go, you want to save that option in case you get them to jump off on the punt.
Well, I also think this might be a great time to fake it.
They are calling for a media timeout, but we already took our media timeouts for this quarter. Remember, we had one on the injury, and then following the score, there was one as well. So we'll keep it right here.
The north end of the field. Let's welcome your national finalists.
Tell you what else is happening today in the college football world. Indiana leads Nebraska 49-7. About 6 minutes to go in that ball game. UCLA has come all the way back. They were down big early on in the game, but now they lead at 35-25 over Rutgers.
Great regional rivalry.
Yeah, exactly.
California versus New Jersey.
Yeah, Miami of Florida leads Louisville 45-38. That's been one of the craziest games today. About 10 minutes to go in that game. Cincinnati leads Arizona State. Auburn, been a struggle this year. They lead at Missouri right now, 17-14. Only 6 minutes to go in that game.
Has that been the most disappointing team in the first half, you think? Missouri?
Well, they only have one loss, but the loss they took was a brutal one.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, to A&M, right? A&M just thrashed them. Army, trying to remain undefeated, leads East Carolina 45-20.
One of the few teams that has never trailed this season.
Thunder will send the punt team in after the timeout call. So 4th down and 4 from the 41. Connor Boyd to receive the punt. He stands at his own 11. It's a good snap. Here's the pooch kick. And fair catch taken at the 10-yard line by Connor Boyd. So Baker does his job again.
Punt is fair caught.
So he adds to his totals this year. He already had punted 10 times or 8 times inside the 20. Now he is up to 10. They keep track of those numbers for punters. Also fair catches. That's his 11th fair catch he's forced this year. So that means he's getting good hang time. And the coverage unit has been pretty good this year for the Thunderwolves.
His hang time is deceptively good. It doesn't look like it's as high as it is because it's kind of got a funky spin to it.
14-7 our score. Thunderwolves lead it. 4:03 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves offense has yet to put any points on the board. Both touchdowns courtesy of blocked field goal returns. Play action. They look right. Pass is dropped. Well, they had it there, but put it on the turf. That was going to be a pretty good gainer. As Granger went right through his hands. 2nd down and 10.
Transfer from Sac State. Granger.
Our old buddy on the defensive line coach, what was his name? His dad, we used to like him. He went to Sacramento State, didn't he, to coach for a while? I can't think of his name. That ruins the story when you can't think of who it is.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
2nd down and 10. Well, man, that's a great grab of the snap. Hand off around the left side, forward for about 3 yards that time. Doobie had to just stick that thing with his left hand as the snap was wide. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now. Big play for the Thunderbolts defense here. Can they get a stop? Get that ball, get their offense in tune. They get the ball first to start the second half. You get where I'm going, Joe.
I do. I like it. I like where your head's at, Jim. Now, is their head there? Yeah. 3rd down has not been a problem for Black Hills State today.
3rd and 7 this time from the 14-yard line. Empty backfield. They look right, pass it right, and it is caught right at the sticks for the first down. They threw a little wheel route out of the backfield that time to Lele. Made the grab and gets forward for the first down out to the 23-yard line.
That was a nice little pitch and catch. That was the only place it could go.
Yeah, it looked like the Thunderbolts had it covered pretty good with Hereford. He just didn't quite get there in time. So 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at the 23-yard line. Clock rolls. We're down to 2:45 to go here. Trips to the left here, kind of in a bunch formation. They look left. Wide receiver screen left side. They have it blocked, but the Thunderbolts able to get off the blocks, but not before they get forward for about 8. Out to the 30-yard line. We'll call it 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Ball goes out of bounds, but that just stops it temporarily. The timing rules now in college football. Once the ball's set, clock rolls. We're down to 2:30 to go here.
Defensive backs are having a hard time shedding these blocks.
And they're going to hand the ball off the right side. Cutback run right into a brick wall. Gets forward for 2. 3rd and a yard here. We're going to let it roll down to the 2-minute warning or 2-minute timeout here.
3rd down.
Different terminology of the college football. Usually they just call it the 2-minute timeout. The only purpose it serves is to give media a chance to get a timeout in should the game be rolling along where they didn't get a media timeout at some point. That's all you have the 2-minute warning for.
That has not been a problem with CSU Pueblo this year. They game times have been averaging about 3:30. Plenty of time for timeouts.
Now this one's been the exception so far. So
you just ruined it.
With Black Hills State being so efficient on offense, Joe, the ball hasn't been on the turf very much. And they're shortening the game up right now. We're only an hour into it, less than an hour actually, when you consider the kickoff time was 2:02. But now what you're saying,
you had to do it.
You had to do it, didn't I?
You had to go there.
I don't mind being here an extra half hour. Who cares?
We get paid per game, not hour.
Well, that's true. I guess we do want to get out here in a hurry.
I've just been impressed with the efficiency of Black Hills offense.
Yeah.
Not flashy, but efficient. And they seem to be guessing right. I know there's not guessing because I know they have a game plan, but they have caught CSU Pueblo in several positions where they just making the right calls.
And they're getting the ball out of there in a hurry, kind of negates the Thunderbolts' pass rush. 3rd and a yard here. They bring the running quarterback in. He runs around the right end. He's got the first down and more. Across the 45, 50, into Thunderwolves territory. Cade Weber, every time he's in the game, they run the same play, Joe. Sooner or later, you got to figure that out, don't you?
I don't understand. I mean, he's number 3. You got his jersey. He comes in, he's going to run the ball.
So it's a first down out or across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. Now Black Hills State can start thinking about points. We have a minute 53 to go here in the first half.
They have all 3 timeouts.
The only thing they don't want to do is have to line up to kick a field goal. Play action. They look left, fire it left, and it's caught and getting forward inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Showed good patience there on that wide receiver screen. Let the man come open. He pump faked it, but then Granger wasn't open initially, but able to get underneath. Gain 6, second down and 4. Boy, you're running the you're pushing the envelope on perhaps offensive pass interference when you hold it like that and let those blocks hold for that long. But as long as you're within that little 2-yard stretch along the line of scrimmage, I think you're okay. 2nd and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Hand the ball off the left side. And a good forward lean. It's like he's about a yard short of the first down, though. They handed the ball off to Dixon. They're going to mark him at the 36, so it'll be 3rd and a yard. And timeout going to be taken by Black Hills State here with 57 seconds to go in the half. But you got to know Cade Weber's going to check in the ball game here, Joe. But it seems astonishing to me that the Thunderwolves let him get outside that time. He's already shown twice in the game. That's what he's going to do, and that time gets the big gain.
Well, at 3rd and 1.5, maybe you bring him in and you take your shot. You know you're going to run 2 plays here. You know you're going to go for it. You're not going to kick it. So unless there's a sack, you take your shot here.
Yeah, we'll see how the Thunderwolves play it up front defensively. I don't think you want to over-gamble here on 3rd and a yard. I think you want to stay pretty base. Don't let him get over the top of you here.
I think CSU Pueblo's going to have to take some chances defensively in that second half, though. Sell out against the run and make him beat you pass-wise because this soft coverage is not working.
Well, this is one of the better games of the year last year. We ended up 42-37, the Thunderwolves winning it. We're not quite on that pace scoring-wise in this game, but as far as entertainment value, we're there. So, indeed, they bring out Weber, the running quarterback here. From the gun. He has Dixon on his left hip here. Double tight end set. Fake it. He's going to run around the left side, cuts it back inside. He gets the first down. Thunderwolves defense is a lot better that time as Sprague made the stop, but he still gets the first down.
Pretty easy when you only need 2.
Clock rolls. We're down to 53 seconds to go. Black Hills State taking their sweet time here. A lot of time running off the clock. And still rolling. We're down to 40 seconds to go. Still rolling. It's going to be at 35 before they get this play off. Finally, they snap it. They're going to run it around the right side. Thunderbolts flying to the football, spinning him down. Nucci makes the stop. Boy, that was a lot of wasted time by the Yellow Jackets to gain nothing.
Tiger Pride.
They're going to give him a gain of a yard to the 33-yard line. We're down to 27 seconds to go now in the half. That was strange there by Black Hills State. They wasted a good 20 seconds there.
Well, I get the fact that they don't want to give CSU Pueblo any time, but not only was it a strange letting it go down that far, but then that play call. That's why we're up here, Jim.
Yeah, I guess so. We're going to see how they're going to set this thing up now. Thunderbolts have to be in – just leave the underneath open here, concede the field goal.
But you want them to attempt
Yeah, you want them to kick a field goal. That puts you in it's like being on the power play in hockey.
Yeah, you're on offense.
Well, Black Hills State, they've dominated this game on the offensive side. No mistake about it. This will be one of those halftime adjustment games. So it's 2nd down and 9 now for the Yellow Jackets from the 33-yard line. 27 seconds to go in the half. Thunderwolves lead at 14-7. 2 blocked field goal returns for touchdowns for the Thunderwolves in this game. Double wide out left, single wide out right. Do have a tight end in the set. He lines up in the slot to the right. They look right. Fire it right. Incomplete. Daniel Bone in the coverage there. He gave a little love tap there to John Nordze, the backup tight end. 3rd and 9 now from the 33-yard line. We're down to 25 seconds. Only 25 seconds? Was it 27? Wasn't it? Only that play took 2 seconds?
2 seconds.
I don't think so.
Well, you'd think the home clock operator would be.
What's going on over there? 3rd down and 9. having trouble with their formation here. Nobody knows where to be set. They're still not set here. Play clock's down to 3, down to 2. They get it off. They look left, fire it left, and it is caught up the sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be short, so it's going to be 4th down and about 2. Down to 19 seconds to go. You got to kick the field goal here.
4th down.
Although Black Hills State has had 2 field goals blocked, they're hesitant to send the field goal unit out. They may try to draw them offside here first of all. Got to send the field goal unit in here, Joe, don't you?
Again, you would think, but boy, this would be a big gamble if you don't get it.
Play clock is down to 6, down to 5.
Yeah,
and now they take their time out. So Black Hills State in a little bit of disarray here. That's their last time out, Joe. So if the Thunderwolves have a chance here, if they do get the first down, you got to keep them in the field of play here. You could eventually get this clock to run out. If they've showed no inclination to kick the field goal from here, when do you kick it?
I think you got to kick it here. Or at least attempt it, but they've had 2 blocked already.
Phil Vigil, he's standing outside the huddles, letting his coordinators handle things. He's just kind of trying to figure out what they're doing here.
Phil, he's got both headsets. He got the offense and defense in his ear.
Yeah, he can listen and then chime in when he wants to. Let's see what Black Hills State does here. They're going to lead the offense out on the field here on 4th down, and we'll call it 2. It's a long 2, about 2.5. They need the 24 for the first down. The ball is just inside the 27. So it'd be a 44-yard attempt from here if they tried the field goal, but they're going to go for it instead. Long count here by Doobie. Takes the snap. He hands it off the left side. Thunderbolt stuff it.
Doesn't get it.
That is just screwy if you're Black Hills State.
Yeah, makes no sense.
I mean, sooner or later you got to be able to block for a field goal, right?
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Oh, boy. Wild the texts coming in here at halftime. Wondering what's wrong with the Thunderwolves. Joe, we try to warn people, Black Hills State, pretty good ball club. And if you're not firing on all cylinders, in particular in defense in this game, Thunderwolves just aren't able to get off the field right now.
Trying to figure out what CSU Pueblo could do defensively better, and I think it's take a little bit more aggressive tact. I think that more press coverage, the linebackers got to stay home, and they got to get some pressure up front. I know Black Hills is getting rid of the ball quickly, and they're doing a great job of separating each side of the, how do I say that they're pinning the right side, right, if that makes sense. They're guessing correctly when they run the football.
And the Thunderwolves set their defensive backs on these wide receiver screens. It seems like they're not able to, like I said, they're not able to get up the blocks right now. They're not able to get there and make a play. And I'm almost watching it. Black Hills State doing a pretty good job of pressing the envelope on not being illegal, on their blocks and their holds on the edges here. It's almost like they're engaged for just that extra second too long, but they're getting away with it right now. And as long as they're not calling it, you keep doing it.
Black Hills State has run 54 plays for 264 yards in the first half alone and trails by a touchdown.
And the Thunderwolves only run 17 plays.
And they only have 70 yards in offense.
54-17.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's on pace for right there. You can add those double up. I'm not a math major there, but 108 to 34. You're not going to win the football game. No. I don't care how many kicks you block.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you want 80 plays a game.
Yeah.
That's kind of roughly where you're looking, somewhere in that area. And CSU Pueblo's got a long way to go before they'll get their 80 plays.
Yeah, they'll be lucky to get to 60 at this pace.
I think
now.
they went away from the running games a little bit too quick. I think Howard Russell can see there. I think the offensive line has to get a little bit more engaged. But you're so worried about Fuller and Larson and who they're going to throw to, and they got all this bevy of receivers. Ground and pound for a little while, people.
All right, 14-7 here at halftime. Thunderwolves do lead the football game. More of our halftime show comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Boy, it's turned out to be just a beautiful day here. As we thought it might turn out this way. The storms never last as long as the forecasters say it's going to. They just never do. And it's turned out to be a perfect afternoon. Problem is, that forecast scares everybody away, and you've got kind of just an uneasy feeling here with a kind of a quaint atmosphere.
It's been we said it lacked juice early, and Black Hills has done nothing to give CSU Pueblo juice in that first half. I am amazed that they ran 17 plays. That's it.
Yeah.
And the fact that Howard Russell has 5 carries. That's it. That's unheard of.
Well, you take those shots because you feel like you have to. When you got that weaponry, you take those shots to Toscas and the Retzlaff, and if you don't hit them, then it puts you behind schedule, and then it's tough to pick up those third down. And we know Black Hills State, one of their strengths of their club is their defensive front. They've been getting enough pressure to foul things up.
But you can neutralize that pressure by running the football.
Right.
And I guarantee you that's a talk that Braley Brown and the offensive brain trust that CSU Pueblo is having right now is they're going to get back to basics here in that first half. But I'll tell you right now that the guy who's going to have to – excuse me, I choked on air just now. I choked on air is, the coaching staff for Black Hills, the offensive game plan that they have devised for today has been outstanding. Outstanding. And sometimes you tip your cap, your $30 bookstore cap, to a coaching staff. They are doing everything right. They're making all the right calls.
By the way, that is a sharp cap. Joe's sporting the new one the
new
Thunderwolves
one.
have put out. It's kind of the
rope cap.
That black.
It
is
is
blue.
black.
It's black with the Thunderwolf on the front of it and the little rope across the top. That's the new in-style cap, and it looks sharp. They're available at the CSU Pueblo bookstore. Reminder, this week, the Thunderwolves next week are off. It's a bye week, so there is no packed football show on Wednesday night. But on Thursday, Thunderwolves basketball is having their March Madness, and they've invited me to come along. I'm going to MC that thing. So 8 o'clock at Masari Arena. Everybody's invited. No admission price. Just come out and enjoy a little meet and greet with the Thunderwolves basketball team. Get to watch them practice and get to meet all the new players on the team. Should be fun.
Yeah, we know Matt Hammer's excited for this year's squad. I'm excited. I want them to be good again. I love when CSU Pueblo is good in basketball. It's really fun. It's a great atmosphere. And we like Hammer. He's a good dude. I want him to be successful.
And Tommy Johnson, of course, for the women. I guess they're facing a little bit of adversity. I'm hearing through the grapevine they've had a couple little struggles, but they're hoping to get those straightened away. But the one thing you do have is Alicia Little. So if you have a few little struggles around the periphery, as long as she's not one of those struggles, then I like their chance.
Well, she's one of the best players in the conference, if not the best player in the conference.
For sure. 14-7 here at halftime. Thunderwolves do lead the football game despite all the gloom and doom. We'll come back with more of our halftime show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
14-7, Thunderwolves lead it here at halftime. Here are the halftime numbers. Black Hills State, 16 first downs. Thunderwolves with 4. Black Hills State, 126 on the ground, 138 through the air, 264 yards total offense. Thunderwolves have 43 on the ground, only 30 passing, 73 yards in total offense. So there's your number, 264 to 73 in the first half. Possession time, 23:55 to 6:05 in favor of Black Hills State. Black Hills, 8 of 13 on third downs. Thunderwolves, 0 of 3. Black Hills State was 0 of 1 on fourth down. That was that late play late in the first half. Kind of weird that they did that. Individual numbers. Weber, the backup quarterback, 6 carries for 61 yards. He's been a difference maker in this game. Dixon, 12 carries for 32. Goods, 6 for 26. For the Thunderbolts, Russell, 5 carries for 28. Fuller did have the 1 carry for 15. Doobie, 17 of 25 for 114 yards. Weber was 1 for 1 for 24. Fuller, 3 of 7 for 24 yards. Larson was 2 of 4 for 6 in his role in the first half. Boozer, 5 catches for 57. Olson, 3 for 32. Williams, 3 for 19. For the Thunderbolts, Mitchell, 2 for 10. Retzlaff, 2 for 9. Toscas, 1 for 11. 14-7 is our halftime score in favor of the Thunderwolves. Second half is next. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Jim and Joe with you today. Aaron Kinnischtzke, our producer and engineer of Thunderwolves football. Pack lead at 14-7. Well, as it was last week, Joe, on the road in Durango, this first drive of the second half might go a long way to telling us where this game's going to head.
You know, we talked last week at halftime, do you have that uneasy feeling? And I didn't. I do today.
Yeah, it's palpable today.
I do today.
Just the way the game was played. Here's an interesting formation by Black Hill State on the kickoff. It all doesn't matter as the kick sails out the back of the end zone, but kind of a different way to do things there. All trying to cause confusion for the blockers.
Anything you can put on tape to give somebody something to look at, you do these days.
All right, so Roman Fuller. Only 3 of 7 in that first half. No chance to get much of a rhythm going. Well, the Thunderwolves need to get a rhythm here to start this second half. They lead the game 14-7, but in some respects, it feels like they're behind 14-7.
If you looked at the stat package, you'd go, there's no way they're even in this game.
Pass left side, caught, good block on the edge, but stumbling was Toscas, able to regain his footing, get forward for about 7 on the play. That play should have gone for a lot more there. He's kind of stumbled coming out of that block from Retzlaff.
You know, he did get 7, but that, you know, that's what they tell you, to stick your hand in the ground, and that's what he did, is so he got at least that far.
Second down. Russell is the back on the right hip. Fake it to him. Comes pressure up the middle, gets rid of it. Looking toward the sideline. And again, Toscas slips down.
He needs to change his wheels. He's got to go get some new treads on them tires. You know, they're wearing the pink tape around their cleats today. You wonder if that has anything to do with it, because he slipped twice.
Slipped coming out of that break. It was there.
Roman Fuller put the ball exactly where it needed to be. He just fell down.
Yeah, it was kind of a post corner that time. And all right. Third down, a long 3 here for the Thunderwolves from the 20 or 32-yard line. They send Russell in motion left side and runs the wheel route. They come over the middle instead. Ball deflected, incomplete. They were trying to get the ball to Kennedy Lewis, and the ball was deflected and ended up going behind him. Thunderwolves fortunate that ball wasn't picked off. So now they got to send the punt team out. So another 3 and out for the Thunderwolves.
That's not how you wanted to start the second half. And if there sounds like there's some trepidation in our voices right now, there is.
Here's the punt.
Good kick.
Fair catch signal for and taken back at the 22-yard line.
How conservative is that for Black Hills to call a fair catch while the ball was still reaching its zenith or its peak? And they're playing it straight close to the vest. You could tell.
Now they take over from their own 22-yard line, and now we're going to find out if the Thunderwolves made some adjustments on defense here in that halftime talk.
Remember last week I asked Coach Vito, or 2 weeks ago, what'd you tell him at halftime? I said, just to be us. Well, guess what? Want to know what he told him today.
Well, in this first play, Ramming as well as Scipio not on the field here for this 1st and 10 call, which is not unusual. Thunderwolves run different packages in there all the time. Fake it. Pump fake right. Now they go up the sideline and incomplete. Pretty good coverage there for the Thunderwolves on the edge by Donovan English. Black Hills State brain trust thinking that might have been interference there. You can see kind of a haphazard argument over there on the sideline. Hey, we should have got interference there, but it doesn't look like there was not a lot of conviction in that argument. 2nd and 10. So double wide out right, single wide out left. This is Granger that's wide to the left. He's locked up by English. Bring a man in motion across the formation. They hand the ball off up the middle. And good play, but good hard run, though. Able to push that pile forward. Dixon, he had Sampleton draped around him, but able to drag him forward for 5 out to the 27. So it's 3rd and 5. 3rd and manageable here for Black Hills State. Let's see if they leave Doobie in. It's a passing situation on 3rd and 5. Anything less than that, I think they bring Weber in. 2 wideouts left. That's the wide side of the field as the ball's on the right hash mark. Seidenberger showing blitz. He's up in the gap. He goes back in coverage. Here comes a late blitz. Gets away from it, though. Pass up the left sideline, and it is caught inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line.
Donovan English got caught napping, Jim. Thought he could play the ball.
Connor Boyd with an excellent over-the-shoulder catch all the way down to the Thunderwolves' 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
He got caught napping.
Boy, Thunderwolves had a big-time shot to get to the quarterback there. They just ran right by him, though. Now they hand the ball up the middle, and no gain. Scipio on the stop, along with Ramming.
See, this is the one thing that makes me crazy about CSU Pueblo. Those are your 2 best defenders, Scipio and Ramming, Nushi and Seidenberger. I got to have them in on every play.
2nd down and 9 from the 38-yard line. Trips to the right this time. Do have a tight end in the set. He lines up on the left side of the formation. Long count here. Takes the snap. Pressure off the edge. Steps up into the pocket. He's got room. Puts his head down. Gets forward down to about the 32-yard line. He'll pick up a few yards. It'll be 3rd down now, and looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 2. Now bring in the running quarterback, Cade Weber, now here on 3rd and short. So far in this game, every time he's come into the ball game, they fake it, and he runs around the right side for a 1st down. LeLay is the running back here. Thunderwolves edge up on the line of scrimmage. Here comes the run around the right side, and they get him down for a loss of a yard. That time they read it as Bone came in and made the stop. So 4th down now, 4th and 3 for the Yellow Jackets. Well, we know they're not going to kick a field goal, Joe.
No, and they're leaving Cade Weber in.
So Thunderwolves did make the adjustment there as they brought Bone in off the defensive left side that time.
Just got to hold your water if you're CSU Pueblo's defense right now.
2 wideouts right, single wideout left. Straight drop back, pump fake. Now going to run with it and got the 1st down. Good. Flag comes down in the secondary. That might be defensive holding here on the Thunderwolves. Been a relatively flag-free ball game here today. I think that's a hold on the defense on the old pump and go. When he pump faked there, the receiver took off up the sideline. By that time, Weber decided to run it, which is his strength.
And he added to the end of the run.
And so that'll take it down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets. So a big 4th down conversion for Black Hills State. Doobie back in the ball game. 2 wideouts left. 2 good-looking wide receivers here for Black Hills State, big and strong. They run it around the right side. Student body right, and the Thunderwolves have that one strung out and taking it down for loss, and a flag comes down. Going to get a hold here, I believe, on Black Hills State as well. Thunderwolves did a good job stringing that one out.
It's hard to run left and right against CSU Pueblo. Your best guesses are cutback runs. Trying to go wide just is not a good proposition.
Only thing you're worried about here is maybe perhaps one of those screwy defensive holds here where you try to hold a blocker down. Nobody's celebrating as of yet.
A lot of conference for one flag.
There's a flag a little bit deeper in the secondary as well, back here at the 12-yard line. Come on, gentlemen, make a call.
Illegal block in the back. Number 73. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay.
See, you did not need a conference.
Yeah,
for
why
that.
did that take so long? Just drives you nuts, doesn't it? So it's marked off back to the 24-yard line. So it's 1st and 20 now for the Yellow Jackets. Lone back is Dixon. You're going to go trips to the left, single wide out right here. Now they shift the back, so it's an empty backfield here. And they draw the Thunderwolves offside. So that gets 5 of those yards back. Dang it.
This is just an undisciplined.
Unless they were drawn off. They're chatting about it here.
I don't think so.
I think it's playing the offside against the Thunderwolves.
Snap. Offside. Defense, number 9. 5-yard penalty.
It's on Cody Ramming. He wasn't the only guilty party. It looked like 3 of them jumped into the neutral zone that
Looked
time.
like Dominic Finney was the guy that they were going to flag for that. He was the one who made the contact.
So it's 1st and 15 now from the 19. Same formation, trips left, double wide out right. Empty backfield here for Doobie. Look right, pass down the middle, caught and held on to at the 1-yard line. What a grab by Boozer. He was lit up on the play, but survived the contact. Thomas Webb just drilled him, but it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
You know, if he separates the ball from him, he's going to get flagged for that. So there was going to be a gain no matter what.
So it's 1st and goal now for the Yellow Jackets. Now they're going to go Wildcat. Direct snap to the running back runner, and they're off their illegal procedure. They did not get set in time. So sometimes, Joe, you just out-trick yourselves. And it's on the tight end on the right side for Black Hills State. They rush that unit out there and try to get a quick snap, try to get the Thunderwolves defense off guard. What you do is end up screwing yourself up.
Well, that's a little bit of breathing room for CSU Pueblo, but again,
Ricky Cole, the guilty party, a sophomore out of San Diego, the tight end, he's taken out of the ball game here. So now it's 1st and goal from the 6 for the Yellow Jackets. The running quarterback Weber's in the game. Now they're going to run another player. Oh, and there's a collision with the center judge and the wide receiver coming into the ball game. And now the officials will stop play, allow to make sure the center judge is okay here as he was creamed on the play.
but then they get a free clock out of that, though.
Yeah, because the play clock was down to 7.
It was down to like 5 seconds. And they get a free clock out of that.
So now 1st and goal from the 6. Here's the pitch around the left side, trying to string it out, and Bone chases it down. Also coming in on the play, Eli Pittman. He's submarined, and then Bone went over the top for no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6.
Stopped in the backfield by number 3, Daniel Bone.
And Bone's hurt on the play. He has to come out of the game. He's limping on that left leg. I don't know if he spun an ankle or what there. Now he's trying to walk it off, but he's out of the game. That's a big loss here. Might be a calf strain of some kind. They're trying to work out a cramp, it looks like. 2nd and goal from the 6 for the Yellow Jackets. Bring a man in motion across the formation to the right. They're going to roll the pocket right, throw it right, and the ball is caught but falling right to the turf. Was the wide receiver Boyd. As
Pass is complete, tackled by number 12, Thomas Webb.
As Doobie was back in the ball game for that play, but the pass maybe a little bit low, and Boyd goes to the turf. So 3rd and goal from the 5. Big play here.
They're using the play clock to their advantage, shortening this game in no hurry.
Here we go. Trips to the left. Got a tight end on the right side of the formation, and now timeout taken by Black Hills State as they were not in the set they wanted here. So timeout on the field, 7:49 to go in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 14-7 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, you never know. This could be the game right here. 14-7 our score. Black Hills State had first and goal at the 1. They drew the penalty. They've only been able to get 1 yard back. So it's third and goal from the 5.
Daniel Bohm back in the game, Jim.
So it must have been just like a cramp or something there on that left calf. Is this 4-down territory here? Do they dare try another field goal if they don't get it here? Doobie is the quarterback. Bring a man in motion across to the right side and reset. Thunder will show blitz. Now they back out. Long count by Doobie. Takes the snap. Looks left. Fires left. Caught. Touchdown. Little pick play there and it worked to perfection. As Kelby Olson has the touchdown for the Yellow Jackets.
The defensive backs are saying that exact same thing, that these receivers are picking into each other, and they're not getting that benefit of that call. He was wide open. Wide open.
You see Eli Pittman telling the line judge, hey, that's offensive pass interference. Looked like a pick play to me, but it's not cheating if they don't call it, Joe. I was taught that a long time ago. Extra point try. Ball's down. Kick is up. And this time it is good. And we got ourselves a tie ball game with 7:45 to go here in the third quarter. Great drive by the Yellow Jackets, and they pay it off.
You know, you talk about that start of the third quarter. CSU Pueblo does nothing, punts. Black Hills gets the ball, ties the game.
Yeah, and the stats continue to skew away. Remember, that's the Thunderwolves now only with 20 plays. And that drive had to be double figures, so you're probably looking at like a 65 to 20 advantage right now in plays called in favor of Black Hills State. And it's tied for now, but you look at all these numbers, they're just piling up on your defense. If the Thunderwolves offense doesn't do anything on this possession, Black Hills State, they're poised to go right down and take the lead.
Well, and it feels like there's no sense of urgency on CSU Pueblo's part, at least from where we're sitting. There's not a lot of juice on the sidelines. There's not a lot of concern. But there's not a lot of excitement either. They're a model of calm, and I don't know that they should be right now, either way.
Corey and Burrell along with Nigel Mitchell stand back just inside the 5-yard line to try to return this kick. Ryan Ewing to kick it off. Had plenty of leg on his last kickoff attempt, which started this half. He's into it, and he booms it deep, and it's going to go well out the back of the end zone. No chance for Nigel Mitchell, so it'll start at the 25-yard line. Thunderwolves have to do something on offense on this drive right here. They've done nothing in the game so far. Well, both touchdowns for the Pack are on special teams.
They have not engaged the offensive line, which was the strength coming in. That unit has done nothing today, Jim. They've just kind of been there. They haven't had to block much. They haven't had to pull. They're just kind of disengaged.
Howard Russell the back. Both Toscas and Retzlaff are wide to the left, or is that Dvorak? I have to check here. And they're going to give it to Russell. Nice cut, gets forward, and stays on his feet. He's into the secondary, across midfield, high-stepping his way inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line.
Welcome to the game, Howard Russell the fifth.
All the way down to the 34-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. This time, Toscas and Retzlaff will line up wide to the right. Both tight ends in the game. They're on the left side of the formation. And again, they give it to Russell up the middle, puts his head down, wedges his way inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
And look at the push. Senan Chappell and Domingo Prince. Look at the push they're getting up there.
Actually given close to 7 on the play. It'll be second down and a long 3 here. Ball spotted just outside the 27-yard line. Toscas to the left, Retzlaff to the right. Dvorak is in the slot to the right. And again, they give it to Russell. Little hesitation move, cuts back inside, and backs his way in for the first down to the 23-yard line.
I think Phil went up to his offensive brain trust and said, run the football. I know I would have.
Same formation here. Now they'll change the play call. Look over to the sideline here. We're tied up at 14 apiece, down to 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Russell on the left hip this time of Fuller. Takes the handoff again, puts his head down. Nice cut, dives inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Gains 5, 2nd and 5.
Russell carries down to the 18-yard line and now into the red zone, brought to you by Ed.
First trip into the red zone today for the Thunderwolves.
Yeah, that was behind Chappell and Brock that time, and there was a gaping hole.
Both were Retzlaff and Toscas wide to the right this time. Give it to Russell. Cuts inside. Across the 10. Across the 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
Welcome to the game, offense.
And Howard Russell, nice little adjustment right in the hole that time. Just sprints forward. And the Thunderwolves exclusively on the ground on that drive. Take it all the way into the end zone and have the lead back.
They had to wake Rock up.
Rock's been snoozing the entire game. Willigan to try the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 5:38 to go here in the third quarter.
With 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
And we're not in our media window here, so we'll keep it here.
This is what I like to see, Jim. Everybody on the sidelines going up to that offensive line and shaking their hands, because that was an offensive line drive right there.
Yeah, they blew open some huge holes, and then you got Russell, who's the ultimate home run hitter from the running back formation.
I do that the rest of the game. I just ride that out. Get yourself right. Brian Atkin, the offensive line coach, he's kind of fired up.
Well, the offense has come to life with that drive. Now the defense has to make a stand at some point in this game. They haven't been able to stop this team. I don't remember Black Hill State having a 3 and out in this game. I don't think it's been the case.
I don't think they have.
So 21-14, Thunderwolves back in the lead with 5:38 to go here in the third quarter. Evan Lyons, he handles the place kicking duties. When it's not for points, he has the bigger of the two legs. He's into it. Chance for the return. It's taken 1 yard deep across the 5, 10, 15, and spun down at the 22-yard line. What breeze we have today is coming out of the south. That's where the storm came from, the old Albuquerque low.
First down.
Brilliant sunshiny day right now, though, with a few clouds here and there.
Feels like football weather.
Feels like the way it should right now. Thunderwolves defense need a stop here. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Black Hill State takes over. Scipio taken out of the ball game, admonishes the coaching staff, says, man, why am I not out there? Fake the reverse, pass over the middle, caught, out across the 30, close to the first down. Been pretty effective here for Doobie to roll to his left, and then it looks like he's going to throw a wide shot, and then he kind of comes over the middle right at the hash marks.
Yeah, it's just kind of a little creeper route for the wide receiver. He just kind of sits in that little zone.
So it's 2nd and a yard from the 31-yard line. And the ball up the middle and getting forward for the first down, just enough.
Had him stopped for a no gain or maybe a loss, and he still springs forward.
Tackle on the play by number
Jermani
28,
Jackson
Jermani
coming in for the
Jackson.
stop for the Thunderwolves, but not
First
before
down.
they get the first down. Ball rolls away here. They'll have to reset it. It's at the 33. They bring in Lelei as the running back this time. Bryant Lelei is out of Orlando, Florida. Bring a man in motion across the formation to the right. Low snap, but it's handled. Quarterback draw. Now jump pass out. There's nobody there. That's got to be grounding. There's nobody there. That's intentional grounding all the way. The line judge coming in to tell the referee this is grounding. Because he was in the pocket.
Pass is incomplete.
Phil Veal saying, you got to call this. Don't get talked out of it. Don't get talked out of it. They're trying to talk him out of it. There is nobody over here where he threw the football to. Flag down.
There you go.
Intentional grounding. Not that big a penalty because it's a spot foul. Lose 3, but it's a loss of down. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 from the 30-yard line. But a negative play nonetheless. See if the Thunderbolts defense can take advantage of it now here on 2nd down and 13 from the 20 or 30-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Trips to the right this time. They fake it. Wide receiver screen right side. Caught and taken down after about a 4-yard gain. Again, it's Jackson on the stop. Pass was a little high that time. Kind of threw the timing off it. And that hurt the Yellow Jackets' chance of getting a big gain on the play.
Yeah, Jermani Jackson did a good job of submarining that receiver, too. As soon as he caught it, gets only 3.
Yep, they're going to call it a gain of 3. So it's 3rd down and 10 now from the 33-yard line. See if the Thunderbolts can dial up a pack sack here.
Right? Might be nice just to get off the field for once if you're CSU Pueblo's defense.
Cameron Smith in the game. He's going to line up on the rush defensive end on this right side. Bone also showing blitz off the edge. Now he backs out. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure to set up the middle screen. It was deflected but caught up the middle of the field. First down and more. Across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Beautiful play call by the Yellow Jackets. They run the middle screen, and it worked to perfection.
The offensive brain trust of Black Hills is calling a magnificent game, Jim. Magnificent.
So it's 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets out at the 48-yard line. We're down to 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. They look left, now roll right. Here comes pressure by Scipio, and he's got his man. Takes him out of bounds. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play for Doobie. Scipio chased him down, though. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. That's why Scipio is always irate when he gets taken out of the ball. And guess what, Joe? They're going to take him out of the game.
I know.
Now.
I
don't get this. I really don't.
Scipio and Ramming, I know that they want to keep fresh legs and they're situational, but
I mean, your best player's got to be out on the field at all times, doesn't he? 2nd down and 9. Low snap, but it's handled somehow. Quarterback draw, and making lemonade out of lemons there is the running quarterback. They had him dead to rights after bobbling the snap, and somehow Weber gets forward for the first down all the way down to the 41-yard line.
3 missed tackles, and it's 8 yards later.
That looked like it was going to be a negative play, and it ends up being a run for the first down.
Carry out across midfield, first down.
All the way down to the 41-yard line of the Thunderwolves, and the clock just dripping away here. We're down to 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Thunderwolves lead the game 21-14. Doobie back in the game to play quarterback. Takes the snap, fakes it. He's going to run, and he is taken down by, gets away for a moment. Ramming had him, able to spin free and get a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. We got an injured Black Hills State player. It is their right defensive end, or right tackle, I should say, and he is down on the turf. But they're going to get him up in a hurry, but we are going to get a timeout, it looks like here. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-14 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Dan Kaplis. A profound lack of respect
come on, you
for
can't
human
go out
life
and then
is
go
causing an
back.
explosion of reckless driving, which is leaving a trail of dead and broken bodies on our roadways. Our firm is dedicated to
All right,
forcing
we're gonna have to
reckless
dump.
drivers and their insurance carriers to pay in full for all of the harm they inflict. We are a serious
dump.
firm.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
False start on the media timeout. Black Hill State keeps the ball. They hand the ball up the middle. They try to bounce it outside and turning the corner, getting forward down to about the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. Well, maybe a little bit more. They're going to spot it all the way down to the 33. It's going to be 2 yards short, so it's 3rd down and 2 now. That means you bring the running quarterback in, I would think, here.
2 down territory for Black Hills. No question.
Third down and 2 for the Yellow Jackets, trailing the game 21-14. Doobie does stay in the ball game here. Takes the snap, fires left, and it is caught somehow, but short of the first down.
They're going to give him the first
Are
down.
they getting him in forward? I did
Yep.
see them take the motion over the top of his head for the
Yep.
first down. They
They're
do
gonna-
give it forward progress.
He felt that one, though.
Right at the 31-yard line. I didn't think he had control of the ball when he was at the 31. I didn't think he gathered it in until he went to the turf at the 32. That's why I thought he was short. You got to have possession of the ball to get forward progress. That's just my way of thinking anyway. 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets. Straight drop back. Pressure comes, gets the pass away down the middle, and it is broken up. Flag comes down late. Looks like we're going to get a hold here on Black Hill State. Ball was almost intercepted and then almost caught for the interception, but somehow got through the hands of Wilson. Holding on Black Hill State on their big left tackle. That's Jason Rouse.
It's our first holding call of the game.
Boy, Wilson had that interception on his hands, but it slipped through his hands. Then it was almost caught, but that wouldn't have mattered since the holding call came out. So 1st and 20 now from the 41-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. We're down to 4 seconds to go here in the quarter. Take the snap. Come over the middle, incomplete. And that will do it for the quarter. Or we got a flag. We got a lot of people milling around, but I don't see a flag down. Nope, that's the end of the quarter. 4th quarter coming up. Thunderwolves leading 21-14. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Back for the 4th quarter here. Thunderwolves lead at 21-14.
Doesn't feel like it, though.
Boy, it's an uneasy feeling here right now in this stadium.
Doesn't feel like it.
Going to face 2nd and 20 now are the Yellow Jackets here. Thunderwolves defense has to stop them here on 2nd and 20. I mean, you can't let them pick up this first down.
You can't let them get 10. This is where you got to put the throttle down. You can't play this prevent. Go get them.
Double wide out to each side. Ball's on the left hash here on 2nd and 20 from the 41-yard line. Handle the snap. They set up the screen pass right side. Thunderbolts jump it and hold it for a relatively short gain, maybe 3 on the play. Ben Wilson able to slide around the block, foul things up, and let the posse come over and take over.
That's one of those defensive plays that they made today for the first time. It was in the flat. They let the ball get completed and then swarmed.
You give him forward progress to the 37. So it's 3rd down now and 16 from the 37-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Double wide out to each side. And now timeout going to be taken by, or what do we got here? Maybe a play clock issue? No explanation by the officials. They stopped play for a moment, though. Well, they had all that drama building up. Now we got to ratchet it up again here. 3rd and 16 from the 37-yard line. Thunderbolts show blitz. Now they back out and cover, and they foul things up. They tried to throw a little middle screen that time, and the wide receiver collided with the tackle, and the ball falls harmlessly incomplete. Connor Boyd was the intended target, but he collided with the big left tackle.
Dominic Finney was being held under his chin. Black Hill's going to punt it.
Yeah, 4th and 16. That's just too much to try to get here. So you try to play field position.
They need to get off the field.
Here's the snap. Punt is away. Pooch kick. Thunderbolts get away from it, and it goes out of bounds. He kind of shanked it to the right. Didn't get a very good angle here. Let's see where they're going to mark this thing. They spotted at the 17-yard line.
No way. The people were standing at the 20 caught the ball, and they were out of bounds.
So Thunderbolts take over on offense from the 17-yard line. That's a lot better off than it could have been, though, but I agree, Joe. I thought it was out of bounds a little further up the field here.
Now, the last time CSU Pueblo had the football, they ran the ball down the field all the way.
So Russell lines up on the right hip of Fuller here. And they get moving along the line of scrimmage. They're offside. Free play. They go up the right side and incomplete. And that could have been interference. Their fans screaming for it. It's Retzloff being held. But flag does not come out there. But it's going to be a free 5 for the Thunderbolts as Black Hill State was in the neutral zone.
Penalty marker on the play.
These cornerbacks have done a pretty good job today for Black Hill State, neutralizing the big wide receivers for the Pack.
Well, they're playing 10 yards off them, so they get the 10-yard head start, and so they don't have to run stride for stride.
First and 5 for the Pack from the 22-yard line. This time on the left hip is Russell. Almost drew him off again there as the left defensive end, Ritchie. He's been a menace today. Able to stay on side, though. Now they change the play call. And they fake it to Russell. Down the middle. Oh, Lucky Dude was wide open, and he missed him. 32 tight end, Hot Joe might have went for 60 yards that time if he hauls that pass in. Unbelievable.
I think the ball was just a little too hot on the 32 tight end Hot.
2nd down and 5.
And I don't know who the coaches will say messed up on that play, but it looked like the ball was thrown a little quick. Like it didn't, he didn't give him a chance to turn around.
2nd and 5. See if that play comes back to haunt. Give it to Russell. Breaks a tackle, puts his head down, gets forward. He's got the first down. Oh, he's close. He's right at the sticks. I think he's going to be about a foot short, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be a yard short. The tax, they got to tax him back a half.
Now they're going to tax him back to the 26, so it's 3rd and a yard. He was a lot closer to that when he hit the ground. I can guarantee you that. They give it to Russell up the middle. He's hit immediately, and he stopped.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
He did not get there. So it's 4th and a yard. Now, Phil Vigil, what do you do?
You got to kick it. You're playing with the lead. You got to kick it.
And again, when you run short yardage from the shotgun, you're just taking the things away that you can do.
You have 1st and 5 and are punting. They go back to that 32 tight end Hot. It was wide open.
So Baker in to punt the ball away.
I like to see Reagan Baker get his leg into one.
The ultimate punt save here. They're just playing regular defense. Baker takes a look, now punts it away. And he's going to get it didn't take a good bounce. It kicks straight left on him. It goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. 31-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So Black Hill State, they dodge a bullet there. Well, it wasn't really a bullet. The ball was deep in Thunderbolts territory, but they don't allow the Thunderbolts to get any points on that drive, and now they come back out on offense, down only 7, 21-14 with 12:42 to go here in the 4th quarter.
3rd and a yard, though. You got to get that. don't you?
You got to.
With this offensive line and Howard Russell, 3rd and a yard, you got to get.
Little delay in the action. Now we're ready to go. Doobie in the gun. 2 wideouts left, single wideout right. Takes a straight drop back. Passes away, back shoulder throw incomplete. He had to throw it before he wanted to because good pressure up the middle there, time by Sampleton. The big nose guard just pushed the center right back in the quarterback's face.
Donovan English got up taunting, but he was at least at his own sideline.
2nd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from their own 31-yard line. 21-14, Pack lead it. 12:38 to go here, 4th quarter. Hand the ball up the middle, and pretty good adjustment there by the Thunderwolves, and that's Nucci coming over to make the stop. Does pick up 5 on the play, but it looked like it might go for a lot more. So 3rd and 5 now.
He's got to be close to double digits in tackles today.
And the Thunderwolves get off the field here. No Scipio, no ramming in here to play defense on this 3rd and 5. Take the snap, they fake the run. Pressure comes, pass is caught right at the sticks. Did he get forward?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Forward progress at the 42-yard line. Good grab there in traffic by Asher Granger.
Again, a quick release to negate that pass rush. They're not sitting back there letting guys get to them.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. They run the ball around the left side this time. And a good gain out across the 45 to about the 49-yard line. Tell you what, they're starting to lean on these Thunderwolves, Joe, and the offense of Black Hill State is starting to have its way. Injury for the Thunderwolves. I think this is Sampleton.
That is Josiah Sampleton. He might be gassed.
So Sampleton is up. Seems to be all right. He might have taken one in the Manly region there.
We'd like to thank you for attending today's contest.
He comes right over to the defensive huddle. He has to stay out of play. He wants to be involved in the play call at least. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 now for the Yellow Jackets at the 49-yard line. 21-14, Thunderwolves clinging to the lead here.
Boy, that's the best. That's the best verb today. Clinging.
From the pistol this time. They give it up the middle. Little adjustment. Got the gain. 1st down and more inside the 45, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. A little delay that time to Cameron Goods. But once he got going forward, it was a big opening. Another 1st down for the Yellow Jackets.
Got to see what Kate Foskey and this defense can adjust to that delay. It's like they're letting them get their push, and then they're going.
Look right, fire right, easy pitch and catch, but a good closing tackle there made by the Thunderwolves. Only going to be a gain of about 3 on the play. Good play by Peyton Shaw there, closing it down after a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Tackle on the play by number 7, Peyton Shaw. 2nd down.
They'll spot it right at the 35-yard line. But again, these big cushions on each side here. Just pitch and catch here for the Yellow Jackets. Long count. Takes a snap. Again, looks left out. It's a little shovel pass out in the flat. Caught. Good forward glean. 1st down. It's the 2nd time we've seen that little shovel pass there by Doobie. It looks like he's in disarray, but then all of a sudden he just does a little 2-hand shovel pass forward.
Well, and that time it looked like it was designed. The first time, I'm not sure it was. That one looked like it was designed.
It's down to the 27-yard line. Another 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. Man, I mean, he said that a lot here today. It's been a brilliant game plan, executed to perfection. The only thing that's really let them down today is their kicking game. Here's the snap. Look right, fire right. Caught inside the 20, down to about the 17, and then flung forward for an extra couple yards. This time the catch made by Williams. First down for the Yellow Jackets at the 15-yard line. We're down to under 10 minutes now. 9:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead 21-14. Double wide out left. Man in the slot to the right. Long count. Taking as much time off the clock as they can here. Thunderwolves show a late blitz. Here they come off the edge, and they get home. Pass is almost intercepted. Off the blitz off the right side. Webb got there. The pass fluttered out here in the flat, but unable to handle it for the Pack.
That's what I like to see, though, pressure. But he still got rid of the ball quick. That's what he's doing. He's not standing back there observing the field. It's first read and pull.
Could have been the game-changing interception right there. Get to the turf. It would have been a tough grab. 2nd and 10 from the 15. Trips to the left, single wide out right. Straight drop back. There's a hold right there. Here comes the flag. Pass to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, but it's not going to matter. Holding here against Black Hills State as Dominic Feeney was being grabbed. Everybody in the house saw that one. And let's put it this way. If he doesn't hold, there's going to be a sack or an incomplete. There's no way. He had to try to do it because the play was destroyed. So now it's 2nd and 20 from the 25-yard line. Feeney will come out of the ball game gassed after that rush.
You know, he's older.
Yeah. Ramming and Scipio are in the game at the same time here. Sampleton's back in there as well to play the nose. He's in there along with Gage Hill. So they try to get a good push in the interior here. They overload the offensive right side this time. Fake the handoff. Look down the right side. Caught at the 15-yard line. What a strike. They get the penalty yards back. Charlie Bump has it down at the 15-yard line. 3rd and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets from the 15-yard line. What a strike that time by Doobie, though. This guy's impressed me today with his arm strength. Double wide out right, single wide out left. The man left is Granger. Now they send Bump in motion across the formation with the other wide receiver, Boozer. They both line up left now, so trips to the left. And now timeout taken by Black Hills State. They were confused on their setup, so timeout on the field. 7:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. 21-14, Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Boy, one of the biggest plays of the game right here. 3rd and 10 for Black Hills State from the Thunderwolves' 15-yard line with 7:51 to go here.
You know, they overload that left side. That's when the back sneaks out to the right side. And the CSU Pueblo, that's coming right at Eli Pittman. Watch for that because that's that same formation.
And that indeed is what they go to. Trips to the left. They do have a tight end in the set on this right side. He'll try to chip Scipio, who's going to try to rush off the edge, and now we have that's music. Yeah. Yeah, that's a violation of the Thunderwolves game maintenance. You can't have the music going. So now the fans pick up the noise. 3rd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets here. Here comes Seidenberger off the edge. They hand the ball up the middle, and the Thunder will stop it for a gain of 5. Ball came out. Ball came out. Who gets it? Looks like Black Hills State able to cover it up. It's going to be 4th down and 5. Now, do you go for it? I think you do.
Yeah, they have to.
Carry is stopped at the 5-yard line by number 3, Daniel Bone, bringing up 4th down.
So they ran it there on 3rd down just to try to shorten up this 4th down play. Huge play right here. Fans getting into it. 4th and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. 7:15 to go. Thunderwolves lead at 21-14.
Doobie stays in at quarterback when they only need 4.
Wide out to each side. Double tight end set here.
Delay
of game against Black Hills State. Mark it off back to the 15-yard line.
And it doesn't change Josh Bresky's idea about going for it either, does it?
Nope, they're going to stay out there.
You know, Doobie's done a great job of working the middle of the field the entire game.
They run from the pistol this time. Now they shift to the gun as Goods lines up on the right side of the quarterback. Here comes max pressure by the Thunderwolves. They get the pass away. Corner route. It's up for grabs. It's caught. Touchdown. They throw the corner route on the left side, and coming up with the ball is Granger for the touchdown.
Into double coverage. That's a great pass and a great catch.
Pass is complete for a touchdown.
Wow. On a 4th and forever.
And it wasn't Granger, it was Charlie Bump. Charlie Bump on the grab for the touchdown. Extra point for the tie. Ball's down, kick is up. Squibs through there, barely. Boy, they barely got enough elevation on that kick. And that ties the game up at 21 apiece. So they 4th down and 10 from the 15-yard line. They throw the corner route to Charlie Bump, of all people.
Charlie Bump.
Sophomore out of Camas, Washington. And you talk about dropping it in the bucket, Joe. It looked like they had him bracketed pretty good there, but he just put enough loft on that, and it just dropped right over the defender in front of the cornerback, right into his arms for a diving catch right along the sideline.
Yeah, from our vantage point, it almost looked like he was running out of real estate. But great throw, great catch by Black Hills State. But why should we be surprised? They have dictated this entire game. There's 6:37 left in the game, and they have dominated the game other than everywhere but the scoreboard.
Now the ultimate pressure rests on the Thunderwolves offense here. They've got to do something. Now, I noticed during the break that it was Larson who was warming up on the sideline. I don't know if that was just, just to work off some nervous energy, but we'll see if he comes into the game here.
Well, he's standing next to Phil Vigil.
And Roman Fuller's down there as well, but I think Larson's going to take over this game here. No, the kicks have not been traveling as far going this direction. Can Nigel Mitchell get a chance to run one back here? What breeze we do is coming out of the south. Here's the kick. And it is a returnable kick. Nigel will take it at the 6-yard line. It's across the 10, 15, trying to get to the, what a block. 20, 22-yard line. That's going to be a blindside block on the Thunderwolves.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't clean a guy's clock like that. Corian Burrell, he may get thrown out. He may get ejected.
Fans wondering why that's a flag, but there's a rule. You cannot blindside block a guy like that. Plus, he hit him with an elbow up high to the head. I think that's what Josh Bresky is concerned about. So that's going to mark it all the way back inside the 10. Thunderwolves have to start this drive from the 9-yard line.
The reason they have that rule is for what we're seeing right now. You cannot decleat a guy anymore. You just can't do it.
And don't know who the injured player is yet here for Black Hill State.
He's up.
And you hear some of the people, I hear say, well, he should know something's coming out. But your focus is on the ball carrier. And you set up the block like that, you know you can't do it, so you have to just – it's one of those things, Joe, you know you can't do it, so don't do it.
Right, and I know it looks good on the highlights, and your teammates are going to give you high fives, but it's going to cost you 15 and put you in a hole. And that's that's an easy call for the officials. That's not even that's a no doubt, no brainer.
Hayden Umble, redshirt freshman out of Torrington, Wyoming, is the injured player. He's up.
And everybody's slapping him on the head.
Yeah. Well, what set it up is Nigel takes the return on the right side. He runs and then cuts back to the left across the field. And the other returner, who was the very physical running back, Corey and Burrell for the Thunderwolves, he basically decleats the guy.
Yep. And you're right, Devin Larson in at quarterback. Maybe looking for that spark.
Interesting indeed here from the 9-yard line. And they hand it up to Russell. Makes a cut to the outside, and he's hemmed in. They're going to lose yardage on the play. Going to lose a yard. Back to the 8.
Those feet that have been so happy for him all season left him that time. Maybe should have cut it up instead of trying to bounce it outside.
2nd down and 11 now for the Thunderwolves. This game is just gotten late in a hurry here with 6 minutes to go. You got to get a first down here. Straight drop back. Looks, hit, passes high. He got hit right as he started to step into that ball, and it sailed wide, trying to get it to Toscas. It's 3rd down and 11. You talk about having an upset put on a silver platter for you right now. Black Hill State is right there in a tie ball game, having the Thunderbolts pinned deep, 3rd and 11. Well, they've overcame a huge 4th down and 10. Thunderbolts, can they get a 3rd and 11 here? A little different circumstance. Tried to draw them off. They hold their water, though. Now Larson going to change the play call. Fake the run. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Retzlaff. He had him. Pass sailed high and wide. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
You know, those are the passes we saw sail on him last week in Fort Lewis in the first half.
So now the Thunderwolves have to punt the ball away. It'll be Reagan Baker. Will stand in his own end zone. Back deep to receive the punt is Connor Boyd. Black Hill State has never defeated the Thunderwolves. They're right on the doorstep of doing it here today. Here's the punt.
Not a good one.
Wynn has it, though. Fair catch taken back at the 47-yard line. Ends up being about a 45-yard kick. That was wind-aided for sure. But now Black Hill State takes over at the 47-yard line. 5:42 to go, tied up at 21 apiece. Joe, wouldn't it turn out to be the ultimate irony? Black Hill State here gets about 3 first downs and then has to rely on a field goal kick to win the game.
Well, I think CSU Pueblo taking their chances if that were to happen right now. They haven't been able to stop them otherwise.
Doobie from the gun brings a man in motion. They're going to run the jet sweep for the first time today around the left side, but a good tackle made there for the Thunderwolves coming up on the stop. Thomas Webb Jr. Gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
If you notice, though, this entire game, even when they don't get big yardage, Black Hill State at least gets positive yardage. There have not been many tackles for loss, no sacks.
2nd and 7 from the midfield stripe here. And now we have a timing issue here.
And Black Hill State is at the line of instruments, the band cannot be played. The next thing is show music and this facility affects the home field.
Well, they said stop the music. Now they said stop the band.
Yep. So it's 2nd and 7 now from the 50-yard line. On the ball, hit the hip of the man in motion, but they're able to cover it up, and the Thunderbolts have this for a loss on the play. That play, the ball hit the man in motion off his hip, but it somehow still got to Doobie, the quarterback. That was crazy.
Again, there are times when you think it's your day. That might be one.
3rd and 10 now for Black Hills State. Thunderbolts make their massive substitutions. They're allowed to do that. It's because Black Hills State subbed. Center judge stands in. Now we're ready to go. 3rd and 10. 4:35 to go. Tied up at 21 apiece. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. Resets. Here comes pressure off the edge. Steps up around. Avoid it. He's going to get the first down to the 43-yard line. Doobie able to break, contain, and get forward for the first down.
This is just a clinic on doing what they're giving you. Everybody backpedals. The rush comes from the outside. He cuts inside and goes. And there's no spy on the quarterback. Just taking what you're given.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. And off up the middle. Thunder will stuff it. Good play, Dominic Feeney. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Clock drips away now. We're down to 3:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Tied up at 21 apiece.
Would you say it's getting late early?
It is. Black Hills State field goal kicker, even though he's had 2 blocked today, does have a 58-yarder on the season, so he's got a big leg. But they're going to need about 10 yards here. They need to actually get another first down, then start thinking about the kick. 2nd and 10 from the 42. They look right. Pump fake right. Now come right. Pass is caught inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. Little pump and go route there as they pump fake it, and then Boyd able to get up the sideline to the 33-yard line. He's short of the first down. It's 3rd down and a yard now. So that means you trot the running quarterback in, I would think.
And they do.
Here they make their substitutions. Actually, they're going to go direct
Wildcat,
snap,
right.
Wildcat formation here. 3rd and a yard. That's movement. They move early. It's a false start on Black Hills State.
What is there to talk about? Everybody went but the center. Yes.
Oh, man. For a minute there, you thought they were going to try to talk themselves into a neutral zone infraction. Again, Joe, sometimes you just outsmart yourselves. It's worked every time today, bringing in Cade Weber. Instead, they tried to go Wildcat. End up getting a false start call. That's the 2nd time that's happened to them today. Remember, they had it on the goal line earlier.
Well, and this is a 2-down. I guarantee you this is 2-down territory.
So now it's 3rd and 6. From the 38. Here comes pressure. Pass is broken up, incomplete.
Daniel Bone.
Could have easily called tripping that time on Black Hills State as Seidenberger came through there clean. He was tripped by one of the linemen. The officials decided to ignore it. 4th down and 6.
Pass is incomplete, defended by number 3, Daniel Bone. 4th down.
It's a big call for Josh Bresky and Black Hills State. You can punt it and play field position to play for overtime. Because if you don't get it here, CSU Pueblo has 2 minutes and 2/3 of the field.
Black Hills State now scrambling. You're going to take a timeout,
Yep.
looks like, to try to set up this play call here. And it is going to be immediate timeout. 21-21, back for the finish on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Here we go. 4th down. 6 to go for the Yellow Jackets. They're at the Thunderwolves' 38-yard line. Wide out to each side. They draw the Thunderwolves offside.
Oh, my. It's still 4th down, but it's 4th and 1.
Daniel Bone on the blitz came across the line of scrimmage here. It's going to be a neutral zone violation on the Thunderwolves. That changes everything. Now it's 4th and a foot.
They bring in the Wildcat again.
So we're right back where we were before the false start penalty.
This is like rugby.
And the Thunderwolves make the stop here. Here's the scrum. Do you run it wide? No, they run it right up the middle. And he is right at the sticks. I don't think he got there.
He's short.
He did not get there.
He is short.
They put the ball down short of the first down. They've already signaled to move the chains forward. There's no way they can move them forward. He didn't get there.
There's no way.
He had to get across the 32, almost halfway to the 31. The ball is resting on the 32-yard line. He's short. What was the guy on the other side of the field thinking, moving the chains? They needed to get inside the 32. The ball is resting right at the 32. Only thing that worries me, Joe, is when they move the chains, that they screw up and move that little thing that they hold down on the yard marker.
They say football's a game of inches. There's no way.
They got to be precise where they stretch that feather out to.
He's short.
He's short. Ball goes over on downs to the Thunderwolves.
Can they challenge?
Okay, that's the good news.
The bad news.
You got to still win the football game. It's 21-21 with 2:10 to go. So now the Thunderwolves take over with 2:10 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Back to Devin Larson now at quarterback. You have 3 timeouts. You can run the football. You can do anything you want. You can work the middle of the field.
Larson in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes it. Throws out left side. Retzlaff cuts back inside. Gets 5 on the play.
Yeah, Reggie, that time if he'd have just turned and gone, he got another 3 yards. That time he tried to do that pivot cut, and it cost him a yard.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. I agree with you, Joe. I think Retzlaff was trying to make an even bigger play out of it. I think he could have taken it just up the sideline,
yeah,
as you said, and gotten,
just staying in the route and get another 3 or 4 instead of that pivot cut to go back in.
Plus, he might have been able to get out of bounds, and they could have run another play before the 2-minute timeout. But as it turns out, now the clock runs down. We've got an injured player here for Black Hills State, as Rodriguez Brown, the cornerback, was hurt on the play, shaken up, and he's up under his own power, running off the field now. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 now for the Thunderwolves from the 37-yard line. We're tied up at 21 apiece.
Something else we haven't talked about, Jacob Willing's going to do the kicking today for field goals and extra points, unless, in my mind, it's a super long one. Then you got to bring in the big leg of Evan Lyons. But Evan Lyons is only 5 of 10 in field goal attempts this year. Normally I'd be going down to the field right now, but
yeah, we'll hang out here. We can always get down there to get the interviews later. All right. Black Hill State defense trotting back out on the field. Thunderwolves offense now making their way out there again. They've made the quarterback change again in this game as Devin Larson's coming back in for the last 2 series here.
You know, we haven't seen Zach Rakowski catch a pass today. Tyler Dvorak is, you run that 32 tight end hot this time to Tyler Dvorak.
Thank you, Remax, for your support of Pack Athletics.
Larson in the gun. He has Russell on his right hip. 2nd and 5. Give it to Russell, and he's taken down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
There's a flag on the far side.
This could be an illegal formation on the Thunderwolves, I believe. Rakowski kind of holding his hands. I think the Thunderwolves are in illegal formation here. So I think you just take the play and make it 3rd and 7 instead of 2nd and 10 if you're the Yellow Jackets. They have the decision to make.
Illegal formation, more than 4 players in the backfield on the offense. That penalty declined. 3rd down.
They end up losing a yard. They gave him forward progress to the 36, so it's 3rd down now and 6 for the Thunderwolves. 3rd and 6.
Black Hill's done a good job of stopping that mesh play handoff to Howard Russell. It worked good for one drive, but hasn't done anything since.
Now the officials had a brief conversation with John Bresky over there on the sideline. Now we're still not ready to go here. Now the center judge says now we are ready. So it's 3rd and 6 for the Thunderwolves. Fake the run. Now running for it is Larson, rolling to his right. He could take it for the 1st down and more. Across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. So Devin Larson does something he doesn't do very often. Gets it with his legs. He wanted to hit Retzlaff right on a little turn-in right at the sticks. That wasn't there, and then he had to flush out to the right.
You know, he made his decision quick that time that he was just going to go.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 1:48 to go. Fake it to Russell. Again, he keeps it. Puts his head down. Dives across midfield down to about the 48-yard line. So Devin Larson, a little quarterback keeper action here. Gains 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. We're down to 1:35 to go.
Call him Crazy Legs Larson.
Double wide out to each side. Russell remains the back here. Bring Dvorak in motion toward the formation. They fake it to Russell. Look up the left sideline. Ball caught by Retzlaff. Makes a cut. And he's inside the 35 down to the 34. That'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains. We're down to 1:14 to go. The ball's at the 34-yard line.
Again, he tried to do that pivot. They started the clock before they moved the chains. This is a home clock.
Looking over to the sideline now, dropping back into formation. Larson, double wide out to the left, single wide out right. Dvorak in the slot to the right. They give it to Russell up the middle, and they shut that down. Boy, they've really shut down the run here on this drive. Down to 45 seconds ago. Thunderbolts use a timeout right here, and they do. Phil Vigil says, give me the timeout, ref. Nobody looking at him. He waited about 3 extra seconds there. So timeout taken by the Pack. It'll be okay. Thank you, Mr. Referee. He recognized it as Phil Vigil was calling for the timeout. Nobody was giving it to him, but they put 3 extra seconds back on the clock. We'll see how critical that is. So the Thunderbolts right now are right on the cusp of field goal range. They'd be kicking with the wind. It's doable from right here, but you want to get a little closer.
Well, Willig, he's 3 for 3 on the season, and he's got a leg to kick a 50-yard field goal, but you don't want that to have to win it.
And the way this season's gone for the Thunderbolts in the kicking game, nothing is a sure thing kicking the football.
The Pack return home on Saturday, November 9th to face Colorado School of Mines for their final regular season game of the year. This will be Senior Day, Veterans Day, and the
Reggie Retzlaff probably watched his brother last night pull one out of the fire for BYU in Provo. Wouldn't that be ironic if he could catch a touchdown pass here and make it a great Retzlaff weekend?
You know what's ironic, though, is Devin Larson came in to spell Roman Fuller, and he looks immediately to Reggie. They had that connection early in the season.
Okay, he's lined up wide to the left with Rakowski. Toscas is wide to right. Single coverage up there here on 2nd and 9. Fake it. Look up the left side, down the middle, and it goes up incomplete. They were trying to get it to Retzlaff. Good play by the safety there. And Larson comes up a little gimpy here. He got hit low there.
You know, and if there's one knock I have with Devin Larson is he doesn't look off receivers. He kind of looks where he's going. Not that that's a bad thing when you have his kind of arm, but he doesn't survey the field. He knows where he's going with it.
Boy, this is just a tough spot on the field right here.
Well, you can't take a sack.
You don't get any yards here. It'd be a 50-yard field goal. Larson from the gun here on 3rd and 9. Takes the snap. Looks, quarterback draw right up the middle. Puts his head down. He's got the first down and more. Dives inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Quarterback draw by Devin Larson.
First down, Thunderbolts.
Get up and spike it now. Still got 34 seconds. You got a lot of time. A lot of time with 2 timeouts.
Now they wind the clock. We're ready to go. Takes the snap, spikes it with 30 seconds to go. So you're in comfortable field goal range. I don't know if anything's comfortable for the Thunderbolts, but you're in doable field goal range now. Now you try to get the touchdown to win the dang game without doing something stupid and turning it over, Joe, right? There's a lot of moving pieces here.
One thing Black Hills State has done the entire game is play conservative.
Yes.
Everything they just kept in front of them. They haven't tried to make any big plays. They haven't tried to do anything crazy. And that's it. CSU Pueblo is at that point right now. I look for Howard Russell to spring one. Even if it's between the tackles, I look for him to spring one.
2nd and 10. Fake it. They fake the reverse. Looking left, not there. Going to be a quarterback keeper taken down at the 19. They tried to run the wheel route that time to the tight end, Lucky Do, but a good play by the safety that time. He recognized it. I think the Thunderbolts were hoping Lucky Do would just run wide open there.
And give the credit to this nickel safety back there. Just kind of stayed with them. I mean, the height difference was amazing.
Ginormous.
Almost a foot, but at least it's a body on a body.
They faked the reverse to Mitchell, trying to get everybody's eyes going that way, and then just try to leak Lucky Do out in the flat to the left side, but he was covered up. And Larson, he just put his head down, tried to get forward, ends up losing, probably 2 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. They need the 8-yard line for the first down. I think the Thunderbolts now, you just try to run something, get it into the middle of the field here to make the field goal a little more comfortable.
Yeah, where Jacob Willig, where do you want to kick from? That's what you do. You even take it maybe straight from center.
Yeah, I'd run Russell around the right side, right into the middle of the field is what I do here. Trips to the right. Retzlaff to the left. Or we run a post pattern to Retzlaff right down the middle of the field, win the ball game. Here's the snap. They look left. Fire a corner route to Retzlaff. And he caught it and dropped it out of bounds. He wouldn't have had the room anyway. Is there a flag down in the middle of the field there?
Yep.
Or is that one of the
that
towels?
Could be a holding on CSU Pueblo. It is.
Oh, my goodness.
And you have to take it, but it's 3rd down still if you do take it. There's still 17 seconds, and you have a timeout.
Holding, number 59. Offense.
On Arthur Brock, the Pueblo East product.
So that marks it back 10, back to the 29-yard line. We're right back into that uncomfortable zone again for the field goal kick. There's 17 seconds to go. Thunderbolts just need to run some kind of underneath route here and get some more yardage here.
I think it's a Howard Russell handoff, personally.
Here we go, 3rd down. Pass left side, caught by Retzlaff, puts his head down, gets it down to the 21, goes out of bounds. 4th down, here comes the field goal to win the ball game for the Thunderwolves. It will be Jacob Willig to try the game-winning field goal.
Black Hills has no timeout, so you can't ice the kicker. It's going to be a 40-yarder.
Ball on the left hash mark. Not the greatest angle in the world, but it's a longer kick, so should be able to handle it. 12 seconds to go for the win. Now the Thunderbolts take timeout.
You know why? Because it was going to be a delay. Yeah. It was going to be a delay of game.
And those 5 yards could be crucial.
Yeah.
So that's what you just picked up on that little out pattern to Retzlaff to make the kick a little bit more comfortable here. So Willig on the year. His longest is 41 yards. This will be a 40-yard attempt.
He's got the leg.
Reagan Baker, the punter who is the holder, just slapped him on the shoulder pad, said, "We got this, dude."
And he was the kicker last year, so this is not an uncomfortable situation for him.
Baker goes up under center, now comes back after he gets the snap count the way he wants it. Willig lines it up with the right hand. He's set. For the win. Ball's down. Kick is on the way. It is good. And the Thunderwolves have taken the lead with 7 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 24-21. Jacob Willig. Still perfect. And the door you heard shutting, that was exit stage left by Joe Cervi as he races down to the field for our post-game show. And you know who one of his guests will be. It indeed will be Jacob Willig. No doubt about that. Oh, my goodness. Well, I think that's a first in my days of doing Thunderwolves football, a game-winning field goal. Still 7 seconds to go here, so not sure what Josh Bresky across the way for Black Hill State. Coach, he is talking something over with the white hat, the referee. Our referee today, Richard Gray, voicing his displeasure. Well, they came close a year ago here in this building, losing 42-37 to the Thunderwolves. This year, a little bit closer. 24-21 with 7 seconds to go. Well, normally we don't do field goals in our highlight package, but guess what? Today we're going to do a field goal. Here's the kick. It's set deep. Out the back of the end zone. So Black Hill State now, with 7 seconds to go, will start from their own 25-yard line. And they'll probably try pitchy woo-woo here, right? Just throw a pass out in the flat and then start the laterals. Well, Devin Larson, the relief pitcher today, comes in for the Thunderwolves. He doesn't do it with his arm. He did it with his legs there in that ultimate drive at the end of the game after the Thunderwolves came up with the stop on defense. Unbelievable. Trips to the right, single wide out left. Straight drop back. Pass over the middle, and now here start the laterals. Lateral back to the left side. This is the quarterback. He runs it out across the 35, now runs it back across the field, throws a pass. It's picked up on the bounce. Across the 30. 35, pass back across to the left side to Weber. Weber breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Now laterals it away. It's still alive. Here's a late pitch. Ball's fumbled. It's loose, covered up by the Thunderwolves, and that'll do it at the 30-yard line. Had something working there for a little bit, did the Yellow Jackets. But finally the Thunderwolves able to contain them and stop the ball game. Thunderwolves win at 24-21. Post-game show is next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Welcome to the Thunderwolves post-game show. Let's go down to the field and Joe Cervi.
All right, down here with head coach Phil Veal. Coach, we were looking for the AED machines around here. We didn't know if we were going to have to stop some hearts or start some hearts today. How about that game?
What a team win. Good. I'm so proud of these guys. They battled. Different groups making different plays today. I've never seen 2 block field goals returned for touchdown. Offense was struggling. Credit to Black Hills. They did a great job on both offense and defense, but good teams find a way to win, and we found a way today. So proud of this group. So proud of Jacob Willig. Called his number to win this football game. Oh, man. I'm going to be all gray. I'll tell you that much.
All great. We talked about it this week on the coaches show about how Jacob's going to take the kicking now. You know, he's back, he's healthy, and you knew it was going to come down to him eventually in one of these games. And the kicking game did not let you down today.
No, he did a great job today. Just proud of him, man. He's battled all year long and kind of worked his way back into the starting position. And when he got his opportunity today, he made the most of it. Just proud of him.
You know, talk a little bit about Black Hills. You knew they were going to come in and be aggressive and be assertive, and they kind of took the fight to you, and you kind of just guys trained to punches all day.
That's a very well-coached team. They do a great job with personnelling. They do great shifting and motioning. You know, again, we're going to have to plan for that now because we put it on tape. So we've got a lot of things to fix over the next 2 weeks before we go to Western Colorado. But we're 7-1 going into a bye week, and we got everything in front of us right now. Man, praise God. I'm just so proud of these guys.
All right, go enjoy it with your team. Let's bring in the guys of the moment. Jacob Willig. You know, you battle your way back into getting that kicking job, and you kind of knew it comes down to kickers sometimes. Take us through that last kick.
Honestly, my team was there to support me. They gave me all the love on the sideline. They told me I'm Mr. Automatic. They called me. They said, hey, you know what? You're going to go out there. You're going to breathe calmly. You're going to hit this kick for us to get the dub. And I did that. And it wasn't just me doing that. It was the team. It was all my offensive line guys blocking me, defensive line guys blocking me. And I can't thank anyone else except this team for all the love and support they've given me.
You kind of battle back from injuries, and you and Evan have been kind of sharing the load, kind of seeing who's got the hot leg, so to speak. But Coach told us this week you were going to handle field goals, and you knew that coming in. It's a kicker's dream sometimes to have the game on your shoulders.
It's the first game winner I've ever had in my life, so I'm glad I got to hit it.
First game winner ever in his life. Way to go.
Yeah, and like I said, Evan's a great kicker. I wouldn't want any other kicker to be behind me, and me and him did definitely battle out through fall, and he has a great leg, and I'm just giving him the best of hopes for the future.
All right, go enjoy it with your team. We got to bring in my guy, Jim. We got to bring in Cody Ramming. I've been sports writer and a sports covering for a time, and I don't know that I've ever seen 2 blocked field goals returned for touchdowns and the same guy block both field goals. Take us through those.
Shoot, I don't know. They just put me back there because I'm tall. I can jump. And, you know, I just jumped up. The ball found my hand, and they was off to the races. It was great.
You ever seen it? The first one you guys were selling was great, and then it happens again.
Yeah, you know, I love when he calls that field goal block because I know there's a chance for me to get it. I don't usually be making plays on field goal block, but I know there's an opportunity for me to do that. But Samp and James up front getting that push, I wouldn't be able to get that block without those 2 guys getting that push up the middle. They're awesome.
You know, without special teams, Black Hills kind of had their way a little bit today offensively. What was the defensive mindset in that second half?
Man, just don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. No matter what they do, no matter how many yards they gain, no matter how many plays we're on the field for, don't give up. Don't put your head down. Don't do nothing. Just go to the next play, and we're going to win eventually.
All right, go enjoy the win and then the bye week with your team. All right, Jim, back upstairs.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks, our guests. Have highlights. They come your way next. Thunderwolves win at 24-21 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to a very happy Thunder Bowl for the Thunderwolves. They win it 24-21. Aaron Kinnischtzke has been our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. He's got all of our highlights lined up for us. Black Hills State would start the ball game off and drive the ball promptly right down the field on the Thunderwolves, but they had to settle for a field goal attempt. Good stuff. Well, got it wide. And it's blocked by the Thunderwolves, and they have a chance to return it. Up the sideline goes Wilson. He's on his way. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves. Joe, the snap was just a little bit wide. It was a great grab by the holder, but he got it down. But the Thunderwolves, somebody in the middle there got a big paw up on it. It might have been James Turrentine.
Big paw knocks it and bats it in the air. Wilson catches it in stride, and no one's going to catch it.
As it turns out, it was Cody Ramming who got the block, and then the return by Wilson for the touchdown. Thunderwolves led it at that point, 7-0. Black Hills State, though, would come back down the field and put one on the board. Take the snap. They hand it on the left side. Cut back to the goal line. Touchdown. Cameron Goods takes it on into the end zone. And Black Hills State an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That drive was just entirely too easy, in my opinion. Too easy.
And the extra point was good. Made it 7-7 at that point. Thunderwolves offense unable to do much at all in this first half of this ball game. Black Hills State would get it back and again march it down the field. And again, they set up for a field goal. Ball's down. Kick is up. Blocked. And again, it's picked up by the Thunderwolves. And again, they're going to score a touchdown.
And again, it's Ben Wilson.
He's making a living off blocked field goals. And the Thunderwolves take the lead.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Ben Wilson.
That's Eli Pittman this time.
I saw the 0, not the 1.
Eli Pittman, the senior out of Peoria, Arizona. And as it turns out, the official amount on the return is 55 yards. The first one was 75 yards on the return for the touchdown. The extra point was good, made it 14-7. At that point, the block party continued for the Thunderwolves. Webster to punt it away. Good snap. And it is blocked.
They did get it.
Across the 40, the ball comes forward out toward midfield. It'll be downed at the 47-yard line. So the third blocked kick of the game for the Thunderwolves.
I think that was blocked by Shalom Peter. And he's already had one this year.
Thunderwolves unable to take advantage of it, though. So Black Hills State gets the ball back. And they would put one on the board. This is in the third quarter to tie the game up. Long count by Doobie. Takes the snap. Looks left. Fires left. Caught. Touchdown. Little pick play there and it worked to perfection. As Kelby Olson has the touchdown for the Yellow Jackets.
The defensive backs are saying that exact same thing, that these receivers are picking into each other and they're not getting that benefit of that call. He was wide open. Wide open.
Extra point was good. That tied the game up at 14 apiece. Thunderwolves then get the ball back, and a drive that featured everything on the ground results in this touchdown score. Give it to Russell. Cuts inside. Across the 10, across the 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
Welcome to the game, offense.
And Howard Russell gets the touchdown score. It covered 18 yards. The extra point was good. Made it 21-14. Black Hills State then late in the ball game, midway through the fourth quarter, actually drove it into Thunderwolves territory. Thunderwolves had them in trouble, though. It was a fourth down play where they come up with this score. Here comes max pressure by the Thunderwolves. They get the pass away. Corner route. It's up for grabs. It's caught. Touchdown. They throw the corner route on the left side, and coming up with the ball is Granger for the touchdown.
Into double coverage. That's a great pass and a great catch.
And actually it was Charlie Bump on the grab. Bump with his first touchdown grab of the year. Got it just inside the sideline. The extra point squeaked through, and it tied the game up at 21 apiece. Both teams exchanged possessions, unable to do anything with it. Thunderwolves came up with a big stand on defense on a fourth down and a foot, able to stop Black Hills State. Thunderwolves then came out on offense, and it was just a great afternoon running the football for Devin Larson, who came in relief, had a couple of big scrambles. It eventually would set up the game winner for the win. Ball's down. Kick is on the way. It is good. And the Thunderwolves have taken the lead with 7 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 24-21. Jacob Willig. Still perfect. 4 for 4 on the year is Willig. I didn't want to say he was 3 for 3 going into the kick. I just mentioned his long one was 41 of the year. I did not want to be that guy to say he's 3 for 3, Joe, and then have him miss it, but he didn't let us down, and that was a pressure cooker of a kick.
Without question, and talking to him after the game on the sidelines, guy after guy went up to him and said, I knew you had it, I knew you had it, I knew you had it. You know, that's the most lonely position sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, tonight he's the hero, and it's good to see.
Yeah, and he deferred to his buddy too. He said, "Hey, if I got to have somebody behind me, I don't mind it being Lions."
No, and they push each other, but Jacob's been hurt, and he kicked a lot last year, and he was the kicker coming in, but he started the season hurt, and Evan Lyons did a good job. But I'll tell you what, we see enough kickers in our day to know that those are not automatic ever. Snap, hold, kick, spin. There's so many things that can go wrong and do go wrong when the kicker gets blamed for it. But you know what? Nobody's blaming Jacob Willing tonight. They're thanking him.
All right. Once again, we thank Aaron Kinnischtzke for getting that highlight package for it. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up, have the stats, have a scoreboard, tell you where we're going to be in a couple weeks. That all comes your way next. Thunderwolves win it 24-21 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. And the topic of the conversation right now is what did Western Colorado do today? And they were behind 24-21, but when I click on the live stats link now, Western Colorado comes up with 2 fourth-quarter scores, and they defeat South Dakota Mines 35-24. So it's kind of good. Both teams tested a little bit today, Joe.
Sure.
And now 2 weeks from now, Thunderbolts will take on Western Colorado and Gunnison, but we'll get more of that in a little bit. Let's look at the numbers first. They're all skewed toward Black Hills State, but the final score isn't. 30 first downs to only 10 for the Thunderwolves, 213 on the ground, 292 through the air, 505 yards on 97 plays from scrimmage. Thunderwolves, 147 on the ground, only 62 through the air, 209 yards on only 42 plays from scrimmage. They run 55 more plays from scrimmage today, just Black Hills State.
And lose.
And somehow find a way to lose. Time of possession, this number, astonishing, 46-42 to 13-18. Third down conversions, 14 of 23 was Black Hills State. Thunderbolts only 2 of 9. Black Hills State 2 of 4 on fourth down. Thunderbolts did not try a fourth down conversion. Black Hills State 3 for 3 in the red zone. Thunderbolts 2 for 2 in the red zone. Final score, Black Hills State wins it by 25. No, they lost, Joe, with those numbers. You outgain an opponent by 300 yards. You run 55 more plays than them, and you still find a way to lose. That is just nuts. Here are the individual numbers. Russell, 15 carries for 102 yards, did have the touchdown run, had a big 41-yard gain in this game. Larson ends up with 4 carries for 30 yards.
And they were huge.
Fuller had 1 carry for 15. For Black Hills State, Weber, the backup quarterback, he was quite effective today. 9 carries for 79 yards today. Goods, 11 for 49. Dixon, 16 for 42. Larson ends up 5 of 10 for 32 yards. Fuller, only 4 of 11 for 30. Doobie, 29 of 43, 244 yards, and a touchdown. Weber, 5 for 5, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Still they lose. Ritzlaff, 5 for 35. Toscas, 2 for 17. Mitchell, 2 for 10. Boozer got 7 for 84. Boyd, 7 for 58. Granger, 5 for 24. Olson, 4 for 37. The other guy that didn't even make the stat sheet because they only have room for 4 on the stat sheet was the guy that caught the one that tied the game up, Charlie Bump. Only ball he caught I think he caught 2 actually today, but one of them for the touchdown, but he doesn't even make the final stat sheet. Some of the individual defensive numbers, these are obviously going to be skewed toward the Thunderwolves because they were on the field so much. Seidenberger and Webb each with 13 tackles. Nucci with 11. You were right on that, Joe. You figured he had to be in double figures. Bone ends up with 10. Both Quinones brothers, Doodles and Nick, end up with 5 tackles, as does Rodriguez Brown. Marquez with 4 for Black Hill State. Final score, though, Thunderwolves win it 24-21. Some of the other scores from around the RMAC we mentioned, Western Colorado, they come back and defeat South Dakota Mines 35-24. So now we're going to see if we can get, since we were screwing around there looking at all the websites, we'll see what the other finals were. Mines in the third quarter leads Adams State 42-14. Chadron State blasting Fort Lewis today. That's in the fourth quarter, 48-3. Mesa leads Highlands, surprisingly close game. Mesa's offense, though, they're challenged, but their defense is good. They lead 14-3 in the fourth quarter. And as we mentioned, the Western Colorado with the win. Some of the other scores today in the top 25. Let's see if we can get that cue up here. Carson Newman, a win there, the 18th ranked team in the country. Number 5, Ferris State defeats Michigan Tech. Number 16, Charleston, a winner over Frostburg State. Let's just skip through some of these here. Augustana defeats Winona State. Augustana, the 20th ranked team in the country. They win 31-0. UIndy defeats McKendree today. That was a good ball game. 42-34. UIndy comes up with the win. Slippery Rock losing today to California, Pennsylvania. It's 28-7 there in the fourth quarter. So 7th ranked Slippery Rock going down to defeat. That means the Thunderbolts going to move up in the rankings. Wayne State, Nebraska leads Mary 30-0. That is a final. It has just gone final. Grand Valley leads Saginaw Valley. Surprisingly, well, not really a surprisingly close game. Saginaw Valley, 23rd ranked team in the country. Grand Valley leads them 16-9. They're in the fourth quarter of that ball game. Valdosta State comfortably on top, 35-7. Other games tonight, West Alabama plays Delta State. The defending national champions, number 1 ranked Harding, plays Ouachita Baptist. That's a good matchup. Ouachita is 11th in the country, so if you're a Division II junkie and want to watch some Division II football, you might watch that one. Of local region notes, Central Washington plays A&M Kingsville tonight in Kingsville. Washington, a loser last week, though, the Texas Permian Basin, kind of the luster off their bit of a bubble. All right, some of the other games around the country. Let's see if we can pick up here. Alabama and Tennessee just underway, tied up at 7 apiece. Let's see. I should change this to top 25 so we don't want to see all those other scores there. Michigan trails Illinois in the fourth quarter, 21-7. Navy. Can Navy actually be a playoff team this year, Joe?
And Army.
They both remain undefeated today. Well, Navy leads end of the third quarter, 51-17. We mentioned the Alabama-Tennessee score. Notre Dame leads Georgia Tech 24-7 midway through the fourth quarter of that one. A&M leads Mississippi State 24-17 midway through the third quarter there. Missouri comes from behind, 15 points in the fourth quarter, knocks off Auburn 21-17 in the battle of the SEC. Everything's a battle in the SEC. It's crazy how good that conference is. Army defeats East Carolina 45-28 to remain undefeated. Miami of Florida defeats Louisville 52-45. That was back and forth all day long, and Miami comes up. They're living a charmed life. They come up with another win. They pulled out a tough one against Cal a week ago. Indiana defeats Nebraska 56-7. Sorry, Ben Greenberg. Clemson over Virginia 48-31. Big games tonight, LSU and Arkansas, K-State, West Virginia. Iowa State hosts Central Florida. The big one, though, is Georgia at Texas. That'll be the game to watch this evening. Other game in the top 25, SMU and Stanford. What about the Rams this week, Joe?
They're playing right up the road here at Air Force tonight.
It should be fun. They should get there for Air Force. Not that good this year.
Yeah, I hope. Jay Norvell needs to beat somebody within 100 miles of his school.
All right, Joe. Deep breath time for the Thunderwolves. I mean, we talked about it being a trap game, and it was almost the ultimate trap. You almost fell through the trap.
It would have been the longest 2 weeks of Phil Vigil's life as a coach had they lost today and then had to get ready for Western in 2 weeks. But do you steal one today? Sure. Do you win football games different ways? Sure. That's the way it happens. Does Cody Ramey block 2 field goal attempts that are returned for touchdowns? He did today. Will he ever do it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
But you know what? And how about little Jacob Willing? Just a little guy.
Yeah.
A little kicker.
Probably the littlest guy on the field today.
And you know what? I mean, we clench our teeth when they kick field goals.
Yep.
Just because it's been kind of an adventure this year anyway. And he comes through, and his teammates call him clutch.
And that wasn't the easiest kick in the world.
No.
It was 40 yards from the left hash, but he put it right down the middle, and it was a beautiful thing to see.
And that could kickstart him and that unit now.
Exactly. Now you kind of take your mind off it a little bit, perhaps. All right, Thunderbolts get a week off. What a place to have after getting the win. Like you said, if they hadn't got the win, it would have been a long 2 weeks. Now it's get well, take 3 or 4 days off, come back. I think they come back for practice next Friday. Get ready for a very tough Western Colorado Ball Club. First time we've been in their new digs.
Yeah, and again, you never know what the weather's going to be like that first Saturday in November, or if it's the first Saturday, but the second Saturday in November, whatever. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to mean something. It's going to mean something to both teams.
And Western Colorado has a bit of a winning streak now against 3 in a row, 4 in a row. They've defeated the Thunderwolves. So that could be the game that ultimately decides the conference. We'll see, as it's going to have a big say in what's going to happen in the conference. And we'll have that ball game for it. It'll be a 1 o'clock start 2 weeks from today in Gunnison. No Pack football show this week, as it is a bye week. But we remind you, Thunderwolves basketball team is having a Midnight Madness celebration on Thursday night. They've asked me to attend to MC that, so it's open to the public. They'll have free refreshments. And come on out and meet the new basketball teams. The men and the women will both be practicing and introduced, and they'll do some fun things there for not only students, but anybody who wants to attend. So we invite you.
What time's that start?
That'll start at 8 o'clock on Thursday. So they're not going to go midnight, not going to go true Midnight Madness, but 8 o'clock on Thursday evening from Massari Arena. Thunderwolves men actually have a scrimmage on Wednesday evening. I don't know if it's open, though. They play Trinidad State in a scrimmage at 7 o'clock at Massari Arena. They are playing a closed scrimmage on Friday against West Texas A&M, but that one is closed to the public. That's a 1 o'clock afternoon deal. I get to go sit on the scores table and kind of watch. So
yeah, you just got to get some.
We can probably get you in there too.
You know, some background if you need to. I'll be a little busy.
All right. Well, you'll be doing water things. You're on call.
I am.
You're just
October, man. October's a long month.
Women's team are actually, I think they're scrimmaging today against Colorado. That's a closed scrimmage as well. So things are starting to get underway in the basketball side of the house. All right, Joe, that's going to wrap it up. Final thoughts.
Great win. I've never seen, they say they're winning ugly. There's no ugly wins. No. This one is a deep breath holding, exhale finally win. Phil Vigil, visibly shaking with excitement and relief.
Yes.
So congratulations, Coach Vigil.
Yeah, that's a date you'd take to the prom any day of the week.
Yes, absolutely.
A close win indeed. All right, that'll do it. Special thanks to Ben Greenberg, Sports Information Director here at CSU Pueblo. Paul Plinsky is the Athletic Director. Also special thanks to John Riston, who gets us all of our sponsorship this year. We thank him for his hard work. Aaron Kinnischtzke has been our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. Talk to Aaron in a couple of weeks. My name is Jim Brooks, reminding you the final score today. Thunderwolves win it 24-21. Remember, no Pack football show this week. We'll talk to you again a week from Wednesday for another Pack football show 2 weeks from today when we'll be in Gunnison to take on Western Colorado. For my partner, Joe Cervi, for Aaron Kinnischtzke, Jim Brooks bidding you good afternoon from the Thunder Bowl.